This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated, does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Rhine today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community.
And welcome to Scott City at Darner Field as the Hayes High Indians and Scott City Beavers get set to open up the 2016 high school football season. Before we get to tonight's kickoff and coin toss, let's join in for tonight's national anthem. And here we go. The 2016 football season gets underway. Coin toss has been complete. Kurt David, who gets the football?
Hunter Brown, Colton Myers, and Shane Behrens were the captains for the Hayes High Indians tonight. A key move. Hayes High Indians won the toss. They won the first competition of the season. They won the toss, have elected to defer, but they're going to go from south to north on the field. They're going to kick off to the Scott City Beavers, but they're going to take the wind in the first quarter of the game. And, folks, it's about a 14-mile-an-hour wind out of the southeast. So the Hayes High Indians want to take advantage of that wind in the first quarter. Maybe start the game off positively. Maybe start with one of those big plays that we talked about could be so important to the outcome of this game.
79 degrees at kickoff tonight. Mostly cloudy. Beautiful night for high school football at the beginning of September. Starting lineups brought to you by Eagle Fusion for the best TV experience with an amazing lineup of HD channels. Contact Eagle Communications, 625-5910. Offensively for the Scott City Beavers, Bo Hess, the senior quarterback, Wyatt Hayes, sophomore fullback, and the tailback, Jared Juergens. Wingback is Kevin Aguilera, a senior. Wide receivers, Justin Farrow, and the tight end is senior Kyle Cure. Along the line, left to right, Baron Strine, 210-pound junior. Chase Cupp is 195-pound sophomore. Eddie Tilton is the center, 175-pound senior. Kyle Sherwood, 210-pound sophomore right guard. And McKinnon Donovan, a 255-pound senior. And the Indians will step up to the 40-yard line to do their kicking duties. Logan Clark will tee it up, kicking right to left with the wind. The Indians with the Indians in gold written across the maroon helmets, and AP on the back of the helmet for the loss of Adam Faunensteel, who would have been at Hayes High School this season. Clark will kick it off. He'll go right to left on the kickoff. Back deep to return, Kevin Aguilera and Justin Farrow. Clark's kick on this grass field and end over end down to the 1-yard line, going to be returned by Aguilera. Right return, has 3 blockers in front of him, gets closed down, breaks out of a tackle, and a nice open field tackle at the 24-yard line, going to be made by Chance Brungart, the junior, with his 19th career tackle, stuck him at the 25-yard line.
Boy, how important that is, Dustin, because special teams is not something that gets practiced a lot during the preseason, and they're a very well-disciplined kickoff team. Colton Myers on the outside, staying in his lane, forcing that play up to the middle for Chance Brungart.
We'll get to the Indians' defensive starters in a little bit. One difference, Shane Behrens is a linebacker. Double wing formation. Hess hands it off to Wyatt Hayes, the fullback. He'll get just across the 25, fumble it late, but it stays with the Beavers. Here's your starting lineup for the Indian defense. On the line, Freddie Haynes and Tyrese Hill, the defensive ends. The tackles, Conrad Viner, Connor Winter. The inside linebackers, Shane Behrens and Colton Myers. Outside linebackers, Dylan Schmidberger and Chance Brungart. Corners are Hunter Brown and Keaton Markley. Colin Kreitzer's the starting safety. It's a gain of 2 yards on first down, second down, and 7. Toss right side for Juergens. Juergens hits the sideline, breaks through a tackle. Indians hitting hard, but it's going to be enough for a first down at the 35. Make it the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9 and a first down for the Scott City Beavers.
Boy, just out of the reach of Freddie Haynes, who is the near side defensive end, really had that play contained, but just couldn't reach out to grab that tackle.
Juergens ran for 178 yards last year as a backup to Cooper Griffith, who's at Fort Hays and redshirting for the football team. Wide receiver far out to the left side now for the Beavers. Now the Beavers a little confused. They'll go straight I formation with the single wing back, and now Juergens gets pointed to another direction to the right. It's a handoff to Juergens on the counter, hit by Shane Behrens and driven backwards. Behrens put to that inside linebacking position, read it, got to Juergens, drops him for no loss on the play. Second down and 10.
Great move by the Hayes High Indian defensive line. They read the counter play. Eddie Tilton came out, got off the ball quick, came to the near side, but the Hayes High Indian defense had already moved. There was nobody there for Tilton to block.
Adrian Rellis was the wide receiver to the left side. He split way out to the Indian sideline. Ball on the right hash. Second down and 10. Opening drive of the season. Double wing formation, man in motion left to right. Handoff goes, no, it's a play action, and Behrens tips it up in the air and knocks it down to the ground, incomplete. Behrens a big hit on the quarterback as he went through the ball as well. Third down on the incomplete pass.
Well, and I'll tell you what, a big hit and a big knock up in the air by Behrens. If Behrens could have found that ball, there's a possible interception. We talked about Bo Hess having a 14-10 touchdown to interception ratio last year, and there was a chance for the Hayes High Indians to pick one off.
Behrens does have 2 career interceptions, got them both his sophomore year, returned them both for touchdowns. One against Great Bend, one against Dodge City in that crazy shootout 2 years ago. Now shotgun formation for for Bo Hess. He'll have two wide receivers each way. Has time to throw now. Flush from the pocket. He'll give him Taste. Takes him down in the backfield behind the 30-yard line.
Tyrese
it's the
Hill.
First career sack for Tyrese Hill, and the Hayes High Indians will force a punt into the wind of the Scott City Beavers. Tyrese Hill on the tackle back to the 28-yard line. It's a loss of 8 on the sack.
Tyrese Hill starting for the first time in his career as a senior this year, but last year had 11 tackles, 3 of them for loss, and he starts out the season with another tackle for loss this year.
So the Indians are going to set up shot to return at about the 30-yard line. Punting the football is going to be Marshall Farrow. One punt a year ago for 37 yards. The punt, as the Indians get a good rush but can't get to it, is a wobbly one. The Indians will let it bounce just inside their own territory and be touched down by Parker Volgamore. And Hayes High holds on defense, forces a punt, and the Indians will have the football for the first time this season.
Dustin, we talked about one of the keys was starting off positively and having positive things happen in the first 2 drives of the game. 5 plays the Hayes High Indians allowed the Scott City Beavers before they had to punt. They gave up only 1 first down, but at the end of the day, they forced Scott City into a punt, and now the Hayes High Indian offense gets to take the field on their own 46-yard line.
Ray starting field position right to left, and we'll get the Indians starting lineup to you in a moment. It's under center for Hunter Brown. Puts a man in motion left to right. That's Markley. Straight eye handoff to Colton Myers. Myers follows a great block by Schmidberger over the right side. Gets into Beaver territory at the 46-yard line. Nice gain of 8 yards on first down. We'll call it 7, second down and 3.
Dylan Schmidberger at 178 pounds, the junior, 5'10", doing exactly what you want your fullback to do, is to get a great lead block.
Indians quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Tight end right side, Shane Behrens. Wing back to the left side in the slot is Markley. Handoff goes to Schmidberger up the middle. Bounces off a tackle. Gets a first down as Schmidberger hit the line initially, then bounced off and went over the side. This will be close to a first down. The lead official comes up, looks, says yes indeed, first down at the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough play to convert. Schmidberger was lined up about 1.5 yards behind Hunter Brown. Not much chance for that play to develop. A lot of chance for that to fumble a handoff there, and you've got to get Daniel Nolasco out of the way. So lucky to get 2 yards there and pick up a first down.
4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Markley in motion. He'll take the jet sweep. No, Brown keeps up the middle, inside the 40, and the quarterback out of the shotgun position gets his way to the 39.5-yard line. It's a gain of nearly 5 yards. 3 different ball carriers for Hayes High early on, and now a change quickly on the offensive line. Dylan Flaler coming back into the ball game. He's on the line with Connor Winter, the right tackle, Trey Van Pelt, the center, Chance Brungart, the left guard, Freddie Haynes, the left tackle. Gain of 4 for Hunter Brown. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. Keeper by Brown. He ran into his own guy, spins out of the initial tackle, and then taken down by Jess Droman, who also is a cross-country runner. Held up shy of the 35. They'll mark it down at the 36-yard line. Indians face a third down. This will be third down, about 3 yards.
Dustin, you talk about how there have been 3 different people carrying the ball. We've now seen formations under center. We've seen a shotgun formation. We've seen it go around end. We've seen it go up the middle. Really nice play calling, nice mixing up the plays for so early in the season. Just the first drive of this 2016 season.
Indians haven't gone to the air. They split in the backfield. 2 wide receivers. Handoff goes to Schmidberger up the middle. He will not get the first down.
Schmidberger picks up 2 yards on that play. That is the same exact play that they picked up a first down last time. Picked up 2 yards last time, picked up 2 yards again. Now 4th down, and looks to be about a 1.5 yards.
Just inside the 35-yard line on the right hash. Remember what the Indians do to a lot of teams. They try to get them to jump. And a substitution for Scott City. They're going to bring in Eddie Tilton, inside linebacker, back in. Indians straight eye formation. Schmidberger at the fullback, dotting the I Myers. 4th, 1.5 yards. Colton Myers, right side, breaks the tackle, dives for the first down. 4th down, about 1.5 yards. And Colton Myers picks up 2 yards for the first down.
I'll tell you what, I think that play was designed to go between the guard and the tackle, and there was Eddie Tilton who came back into the game. Eddie had a number 42 tackles last year, and he had stuffed up that guard to tackle gap. Colton Myers read it, squirted to the outside, and was able to pick up that first down.
Inside 7 minutes to go, first quarter scoreless in the ball game. Hayes High in their opening possession after making Scott City Punt, 1st and 10, long snap count, counter play to Myers. Myers, big hole on the cutback, and a flag comes in on the play as Myers stumbles, keeps his feet, and then goes down at the 10, but a flag about 4 yards down the line of scrimmage.
Now the Hayes High Indians are pointing like maybe they're going to bring that ball back.
That was a 22-yard run on a great counter, but a hold on the Hayes High Indians. First penalty on Hayes High, and so many times a year ago, we saw Hayes High really struggle after picking up a penalty. Colton Myers will pick up 4 yards for the run, but then the 10-yard penalty will make this first down and about 16 yards back behind the 35-yard line at the 36.
Dustin, I didn't see the hole, but I did see 2 Scott City Beavers on the ground that Colton Myers was able to run around.
There's a shotgun snap, screen near side, caught by the Hayes High Indians, Colin Kreitzer, and he's taken down for a yard loss on the screen play. Indians' first attempt through the air sets up now a long 2nd down and 17.
Colin Kreitzer caught that ball well. He just cut back to the inside of the field. Might have been well more served to go to the outside, try to pick up a few yards towards the sidelines.
Indians holding penalty ends up taking off a 22-yard run that took the ball down to the 10. Now they face 2nd down and 17 from their own 37 or so yard line. Call it 2nd down and 15. Markley right, Kreitzer left, straight I formation for the Hayes High Indians. Hunter Brown under center, hands it off to Myers, stutter step, hits the line, and there are 5 dark blue jerseys and light blue helmets making the tackle 2 yards later.
Well, I'll tell you what, when it's 2nd down and it's 16 yards to go, 3 yards is not a good play. You need something longer. Now we're at 3rd and 14 yards to go. Hayes High Indians have got to find a big play now to keep this drive going.
Just over 5 minutes to go. It's the Indians' opening possession. Hayes High Indian football brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, and Thomas More Prep Marion. Offset I formation. Myers going to play action pass. Look down the field. Has all day to throw. Has Kreitzer wide open at the 10. He gets spun around at the 5 and steps out of bounds right before the 5-yard line at the 6. 3rd down and 14 yards, and the Hayes High Indians hit their biggest play of the game. It goes to Colin Kreitzer on his 2nd catch, all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a 31-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, that's the kind of big play I'm talking about. Not just 3 yards, but go for the pass. Colin Kreitzer broke open right there in the clear, able to make that pass nice. Hunter Brown got it to him very nicely. Got down to the 6-yard line, now 1st and goal for the Hayes High Indians on their first drive of the season.
Hayes High overcoming the holding penalty in the red zone now. 2 wide receivers left, including William Sennett. I formation. Markley in motion left to right. 1st and goal from the 6. Under center. Handoff goes to Myers. Myers spins off a tackle. Does he get in? Touchdown! Hayes High Indians. Colton Myers from the running back position powers it in over the right side behind Connor Winter, and Hayes High scores their first touchdown of the game, the season, and has their first lead, 6-0.
First drive is 10 plays, consumes 3 first downs, and 54 yards of offense. That's a great way to start your season offensively.
Colton Myers has now matched his career total in rushing touchdowns. He was the starting quarterback a year ago. Logan Clark on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. This is good. And Hayes High leads 7-0 over the Scott City Beavers, converting on a 3rd down and a 4th down on that drive.
Boy, the key started there defensively, where they were able to force Scott City into a punt after only picking up 1 first down. Scott City has to punt into the 14-mile-an-hour wind that allows Hayes High Indians to get the ball on their own 46-yard line. Then 10 plays later, and a penalty, 10 plays later, they're in the end zone, and they mixed it up with both running and passing, and they mixed it up running with 3 different people carrying the ball. That's a great play. That's a great way to start the season, and I'll tell you what, that's taken a lot of practice over the season. There were quite a few number of plays. It wasn't just your typical I formation offense that you might see in your first game. Coach Rath has really got this team with a whole scheme and a whole number of plays that they can run.
Indian football brought to you by Carpet One of Hayes, Vincent Decorating Center, Thirsties, and Paul Wertenberger Construction. 4:48 to go in the first quarter. There's been 2 possessions, 1 for each team. Logan Clark will tee it up in the middle of the field at the 40. Kickoff right to left. Indians in their road whites, maroon pants, maroon helmets. Uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. Phase 2, big thanks to you for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Quick turnaround and ready to help your team. They have game day items in stock as well. Phase 2 next to Big D's Rental on 22nd Street in Hayes.
I'll tell you what, Dustin, there's a lot of game left, but a great defensive start for the Hayes High Indians, and they score offensively, and now they kick it into the end zone. They don't even let Scott City try and run back the kickoff.
Looked like older brother Lane putting a foot into one, huh? Here's the Indians going with 4 down linemen. We'll get that starting defense to you. Again, here's a handoff to Wyatt, the fullback who breaks a tackle, carries Chance Brungard another 5 yards. Wyatt Hayes runs out to the 40 for a 20-yard run. Indians tackling too high on that play.
Tell you what, Wyatt Hayes, 175-pound sophomore, took Chance Brungard back there. Chance at 189 pounds, a senior, took him way too many yards.
Wyatt Hayes was a backup as a freshman, carried the ball 40 times for 354 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is starting over a senior as a 175-pound sophomore. Wide receiver Justin Furrow splits to the right. First down and 10 from the 40 with a double wing formation. Man in motion to the right. It's a toss to Juergens. Juergens at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards down the field. Cuts back. Gets hit by the Indians calling Kreitzer, but not before he gains 15 yards.
Okay, so now the Hayes High Indian defensive line not getting the penetration like they did during that first series. Scott City taking advantage of it.
2 plays, 35 yards on those 2 plays. Scott City very patient when they run the ball under head coach Jim Turner. And now a official's timeout. Jarrett Juergens, who just ran the ball, is having issues with his face mask, so that will bring in Jess Droman, 150-pound senior, in his spot. So Scott City into Hayes High territory for the first time. Indians lead 7-0 after their first possession of the year. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Man in motion is Aguilera, and a jump.
Jump by Kyle Cure. He's a near side receiver for Scott City, jumped offside.
First penalty of the ball game for Scott City, backs him up 5 yards, and that will make the ball go right on the 50-yard line to resume this drive. Indian football brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes, Master Cleaners, Lifetime Dental Care, and Insurance Planning Incorporated. Hayes High with 3 new teams on their schedule this year. Scott City, Valley Center, and Wamego. Wamego in week 9 to finish off districts. Valley Center in week 5. Wide receiver to the right. Single wing back and then split wide running backs in the backfield as a handoff to the fullback. Wyatt Hayes keeps his feet turning, and he's going to get the benefit of everybody stopping and a couple of extra yards. Tackle made by Connor Winter, but on what should have been a gain of nothing, ends up being a gain of 4 of the 5 penalty yards. 2nd down and 11 at the 46 of the Hayes High Indians for Scott City. With 3:15 to go in the first quarter, Hayes High leading 7-0.
Yeah, Connor Winter on the tackle there, but Conrad Viner had gotten in there, jumped in, and really tripped up the play there. Hayes High Indians just couldn't pursue in time to bring him down for shorter gain.
Indians 10 plays, 54 yards on the first drive of the season, take a 7-0 lead. Now Scott City's second drive, they're into Hayes High territory. Hess, rollout pass, left side, threw it incomplete over the head of the intended receiver, Justin Furrow. Tyrese Hill getting some pressure in the backfield, 3rd and 11.
Tyrese Hill getting some pressure, but really Bo Hess rushing that really first true pass of the season and throwing it off the mark. So Tyrese Hill keeps getting in there, getting more pressure. Need to get a chance to frustrate Bo Hess.
Scott City not a stranger to taking on bigger schools, and Hayes High and Scott City closer in attendance at school than they've ever been, but Scott City beat Garden City several years ago in the first game of the season, about 35 minutes down the road. 3 wide receivers left for Bo Hess this time, 3rd and 11. 1 wide receiver right to the tight end, Kyle Cure. 1 remains in the backfield. That's the fullback. Hess rolls out to his left, has all day to throw. Now he's going to tuck and run. He gets hit, and he gets taken down before the gain marker at the 35, but this may put Scott City into 4 down territory. Tyrese Hill, Hunter Brown combine on the tackle, and it will be 4th down after Hess picks up about 8 yards. 4th down and 3.
Tell you what, we saw Wyatt Hayes a few plays back as fullback really making a nice run and picking up extra yardage. That time Wyatt Hayes lines up more in a slot back position and puts a good block on Tyrese Hill. Didn't allow Tyrese to pursue the play.
4th and 3, ball from the 38-yard line. Lining up to punt is going to be Marshall Farrow, but is it a fake? Watch out. Bo Hess is the guy calling out the signals. Long snap count, high snap, and it's a punt that's away cleanly. Markley's going to return from the 5 and get hit there. Get by the initial hit, then get driven backwards. Forward progress will put him right about the 10-yard line, is where he took it. Well, surely they're not going to mark him back at the 5. Forward progress has him down right about the 10-yard line. Yep, just past the 10-yard line. So a punt on the play of 28 yards, and Hayes High has the ball, leading 7-0 with 1:54 to go in the first quarter, and with what wind is left. But honestly, since we've been in Scott City, this is about the least amount of wind that there's been.
I'll tell you what, Hayes High Indian defense, now they gave up a lot of yardage there, but another 5-play drive. They held Scott City to and eventually a punt. Now, Scott City got deep and got into their own territory that time, but again, force a punt and now put the ball back in the Indians' hands.
Indians 4 wide receivers, one of those Shane Barons in the slot to the right. Hunter Brown takes the snap, jet sweep motion, hands it off to Markley, gets hit in the backfield, escapes, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, that had disaster written all over it, but Markley able to break the tackle on his first varsity carry, puts the ball back at the line of scrimmage, which is just across the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure if that was Kyle Sherwood or if that was Trey Loftus who got back in there, but no Hayes High Indian lineman put a helmet on that Scott City Beaver defensive end.
Trey Van Pelt brings the line to the 10 on the right hash. Barons tight end left, slot back to the right as well, split in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Counterplay goes to Colton Myers, stiff arm to the 15, and a second stiff arm nearly broke him free. Myers gets across the 15 to the 17-yard line, gain of 7, one more stiff arm. Colton Myers is rumbling up the near sideline.
Yeah, Chance Brungard had a couple good blocks there, tried to give Colton Myers a chance. Colton Myers did what he could with it and picked up a nice 7 or 8 yards.
3rd down and 3. There's 50 seconds to go in this first quarter. If Hayes High cannot get this first down, they'll probably take a timeout to punt with the wind deep in their own territory. Leaving the game, Colin Kreitzer, as Markley brings in the play. Schmidberger and Myers split in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the right side, including William Sennett. It's a handoff to Schmidberger, up the middle, left side, gets tripped and not going to get there. Hayes High is going to let this clock tick down to 30 seconds. They'll probably use a timeout here at some point if they wish to punt with the win. No gain for Schmidberger. Indians 3 and out, punt with a 7-point lead.
Colton Myers gave him a chance for short yardage territory, but the Hayes High Indians couldn't convert on 3rd down. Shane Barons now back in punt position with 8 seconds on the clock, and it's ticking down to 6.
Barons punted
5.
4 times a year ago. Need to get the snap off. They do. Good snap from Van Pelt, and Shane gets off a boomer. Hammers it over the head of the return man. It's going to be picked up at the 26-yard line. Taken on a left side return. It's going to be taken by Farrow, who gets swung down by the Hayes High Indians across the 35 to near the 39-yard line, and that's the end of the first quarter. Hayes High a 7-0 lead after 1 in Scott City. We're back in a minute. This is Hayes High Indian football.
We get it. You work hard and play hard. Internet should be the last thing slowing you down. Eagle Communications gives you the speed you need so you can play hard and save cash. For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50 so you could work, play, and save. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE today.
Well, you better get some pressure now. They got the wind.
Scott City will start at their own 40-yard line on their 3rd drive of the season after the Indians punt with the win and get a 56-yard boot from Shane Barons. Scott City 1st and 10. Toss right side is going to go to that is going to go to Juergens. Juergens is going to get a first down on first down. He picks up 10 yards, and Hayes High points giving up yards in chunks. Another 10-yard run by Juergens. He had a 15-yard run earlier.
Well, Mason Ibarra in for the first play of the game there on first down. They're the 160-pound sophomore. Scott City took advantage of it and blocked him to the inside. Wasn't able to contain, and Scott City got to the outside and picked up a first down.
Ball on the right hash. Indians up 7-0. They force Scott City to punt twice, each on 5 plays. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left for quarterback Bo Hess. It's a handoff to the fullback, Wyatt Hayes, and Shane Behrens lights him up. 2 yards maybe. Shane gets him finished off then by the Hayes High Indians, Conrad Viner.
You know, a lot of questions as to why you take Shane Behrens, who was such a great defensive end last year for the Hayes High Indians, why do you move him to middle linebacker? That's why you move him to middle linebacker, is to play the middle of the field and stuff up those plays, force him to the perimeter.
It's easier to run away from Behrens if he's defensive end, and he still may see plenty defensive end, but he's lighting things up on the line right now, or on the linebacking core. Here's a handoff left side. It's going to go to Aguilera, wrapped up from behind. Nice tackle by Freddie Haynes. Hops onto the back of the running back, Aguilera, who gets inside of the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Freddie Haynes, a nice play from the defensive end position.
Aguilera's first carry goes for 4 yards. Now 3rd down for Scott City. 3rd and 4. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, and now Scott City having some issues with some equipment. Tight end Kyle Cures. Shoulder pads came unstrapped. That allows Scott City some time to bring in some new players.
That's all right. Gives Hayes High a little chance to regroup here. Tyrese Hill picking up his position on the near side defensive end.
Nick Novak, who's a nephew of Mike and Jana Holiday. Ball right side. Wyatt Hayes on the counter. Big hole, first down. Boy, the Indians could have had that play sniffed out, but instead Hayes goes inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards on 3rd down and 4.
4th play of the drive, and 2 first downs already on this drive for Scott City. Open up some holes in the middle of the field.
Hayes, 5 carries, 38 yards. Jarrett Juergens, 5 carries, 34 yards. They've led the way. Hess 0 for 2 in the air. He threw for 1,265 yards a year ago. Do they go more to the air with the ball? Hayes High leads 7-0, 10-12 to go, 2nd quarter. Ball right to left now for Scott City. Wide receiver Justin Farrow splits out to the left. Now so does Juergens. Aguilera wingback left. Wyatt Hayes the fullback. It's a handoff to Hayes. Got a big hole left side. Gets hit and taken down. Not before he gets another 10 yards. Colin Kreitzer, nice open field tackle, but you don't want your safety needing to make tackles on a run of what is 9 yards.
Conrad Viner got into the backfield 2 yards deep and just tripped trying to make the play. He was in the backfield, and it was that gap that the Scott City Beaver running back took advantage of.
I'm going to say it is a full 10 yards. 48 yards on 6 carries for Wyatt Hayes. As a freshman, ran for over 350 yards and scored 3 times. Aguilera out of the game, bringing back in Jess Droman, who splits over to the right side, now whistles. Timeout, Hayes High. Coach Randall Rath realizing his team back on their heels a little bit. Indians' first burn timeout. They lead 7-0 in this 2nd quarter. Indian football brought to you by Home Oil and Supply, Hayes Chevrolet, M&D Incorporated, Walmart, Bernie's Hamburger House, and Commercial Builders.
Coach Rath taking advantage of a timeout there. We talked about it in pregame, Dustin. You know, you're coming off all these 2-a-day practices. You're coming off the preseason. You spend so much time with these men getting ready for the season. All of a sudden the game starts and you don't have the opportunity to coach them. You don't have the opportunity to make changes. So being strategic with your timeouts, being sure you take advantage of halftime is going to be so important for this Hayes High Indian coaching staff.
Well, Hayes High and Scott City pretty much blowing through this 1st quarter. There's only 1 score to update you on from our Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. Abilene over TMP in Hayes at Lewis Field Stadium after 1 quarter, 19-0. And now we get an update from the McPherson-Buhler game where Buhler is up 14-0 after 1 quarter. In McPherson, a pair of state-ranked teams going at it.
I'll tell you what, boy, a lot of imbalance going on there early in the season. Harley Hazlett gone from Abilene Cowboys, and they've managed to rebuild their offense, picking up 19 points in the 1st quarter.
Scoreboard update brought to you by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674. 1st down and 10, ball from the 30, make it now the 24-yard line, going right to left. It's a handoff. Juergens cuts back, gets taken down. Indians' Freddie Haynes gets him, polished off then by, I think that was Chance Brungard and Conrad Viner coming in to help make up the tackle as well. It was. Viner comes out. Here is Trey Van Pelt in, and the Hayes High Indians this time hold Juergens to a gain of 2 yards.
Freddie Haynes doing a great job of fighting off a block there to be able to make that tackle with only 2 yards.
2nd down and 8, just inside 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. First half, Indians lead by 7. They scored on their opening possession, a 10-play drive. 3 wide receivers right. There's Hess rolling out to the right. Incomplete pass intended on the right side for Aguilera. Should have been a false start, to tell you the truth. One of the wide receivers from Scott City got a early jump. But an incomplete pass, and Hess 0 for 3 so far in this game.
Tell you what, Trey Van Pelt's got to be happy there. Now, he wasn't really forced in that play, except for the fact that he drew a double team. His first play into the game draws a double team, so 2 blockers, 2 players away from the play, has got to open somebody up for the Hayes High Indian offense. So Trey Van Pelt making a difference there by drawing an extra blocker away from the play.
Adrian Rulis brings the play in for Scott City. He splits off to the left along with Juergens. Aguilera to the right along with the tight end Cure. 3rd down and 8. It's a toss play to Juergens. Juergens is going to get about 2 yards, maybe not even that, and flags coming in for an illegal block in the back.
Yep.
Hayes High, you would think here, would be looking at declining the penalty because it will be 4th down and 7, but do you go ahead and back up Scott City? Because likely the Beavers, unless they want to try a field goal here from about 37 yards, are looking at maybe going for it on 4th down. Head coach for the Hayes High Indians, Randall Rath, has a decision to make. Block in the back is accepted, and so no gain on the play. On the run by Juergens happened right on the line of scrimmage, backs the ball up to the 31-yard line, so it's a gain of 1 for Juergens.
Tyrese Hill was in a great position to make that tackle in the backfield and then just got blown up with the block in the back. So that play's going to go back, and now you're right, it's going to be, 3rd and 16 yards.
Ball right to left. Does Hess go to the air where he's 0 for 3? Hayes High needs to be ready. This may be 2 plays to try to get a first down on 3rd and 4th. Hess under center with split wide receivers. Quick swing pass near side. Gets it into the hands of an open wide receiver, Farrow, who makes a man miss. And then there's the Hayes High Indians, Colton Myers, to stick him about 2 yards down the field at the 30-yard line.
I tell you what, 2 Hayes High Indian players got him stopped but couldn't wrap him up. Colton Myers wasn't going to let go. He wrapped up on that tackle and pushed the play backwards.
Farrow, 16 catches a year ago for 4 touchdowns. He fumbled 4 times a year ago. It'll be a gain of just 1 yard and sets up 4th down and about 15. Does Scott City go for it here on 4th and 15 with the ball at the 30? Really, you can't punt, and Scott City will line up for it. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left is Nick Novak. Hess with his fullback to his right will roll out to the right side. Look down the field. He's going to throw it deep. Has a man open. It is in and out of the hands of Farrow. It would have been enough for the first down. Farrow had to go way up high to get it. Incomplete pass, a change of possession on downs, and Hayes High still leads 7-0, and the defense continues to hold true.
Tell you what, Bo Hess had plenty of time there. Great protection by the Scott City offensive line. Isaac Zimmerman had come in as a defensive end. He's an 156-pound senior, was trying to put some pressure on, but really Bo had plenty of time to throw that ball. He just threw it a little bit of the outreach of the receiver's hands.
So first down and 10 for the Hayes High Indians, still on the sideline with 7:41 to go in this first half, leading 7-0. It's the Indians' 3rd possession, 10 plays, touchdown, 3 plays, punt on a drive that started inside of their own 10 on the previous one. This one at the 30. Indians going to have to hurry up. That play clock started a little while ago. Shotgun formation with 3 wide receivers right. Now Markley in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Hunter Brown. Gets past the line of scrimmage and then gets overwhelmed by Nick Novak, the free safety who came up to make the tackle. Kyle Cure comes up there as well. A whole host of other blue jerseys. It's a gain of about 3 yards on just the 3rd carry for Hunter Brown.
Tell you what, Hunter Brown did all right there. He picked up 3 yards. Coach Rath talks about 3 yards is a good play. Hunter Brown able to find a hole, take a little bit of time to find out, and ink out 3 yards. So
Indians up 7-0. That 10-play drive where they converted on a 4th and 3rd down on the drive. The difference right now. Markley right side along with tight end Shane Barron. Scott City shows blitz and they bring it. Handoff Colton Myers on the counter, gets hit, and he's not going to get anything extra. Jess Droman is the one that came in and makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Indians into the wind on 3rd down and 7 yards.
Well, you're talking early in the season. It's a complicated play for Hunter Brown, but if you can read that blitz, Shane Barron's coming out of tight end was wide open over the middle. You're asking a lot for kids to be able to read that blitz and be able to make that adjustment, but Shane Barron's was left wide open in the center.
6.5 to go. First half, Indians up 7-0. Offset I formation for Hunter Brown on 3rd and 7 with the Indians left to right. Brown, play action, going to keep it himself. Flag on the play. Brown runs for the first down, gets ushered out of bounds, but a flag at the line of scrimmage. And the Indians may cost themselves a second first down run of the game. Hayes High, an early start, a false start on Hayes High. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
Okay, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11 or 12 yards.
3rd and I think 13 is where they'll mark it at, back at the 28-yard line. You're right, 3rd down and about 12. Indians, 10 plays, touchdown, 3 plays, punt. This is just their 3rd drive of the game. Wide receiver right is going to be Colin Kreitzer. Indians on 3rd down had one wiped away. Here's a play action pass. Brown rolling out, throwing back over the middle. It is caught, going to be caught by Colin Kreitzer. It's a foot race to the 30, gets taken down inside the 25, just over the top of the free safety. Kreitzer with his 3rd catch of the ball game, and Hayes High with a big first down.
Tell you what, Hunter Brown at 5'9", he's not a real tall guy, but he's had now on 2 incredible pass plays, been able to have great visibility of the field and be able to deliver that ball right over the defense into the hands of the receiver. Hunter Brown starting off this season, starting quarterback, starting off well tonight.
48-yard pass and catch. All of them have been to Colin Kreitzer for 78 yards. 1st and 10 for Hayes High, left to right, converting on 3rd down. It's going to be Hunter Brown keeping, shaking, going to the 20, and being cut down there.
And picks
Pure
up 4
with
or
the
5
tackle
yards.
with about a 5-yard gain. You'll take it on 1st down. Hunter Brown, 4 carries, 15 yards. Clock ticks inside of 5:45 to go first half. Indians up 7-0. Ball on the 20. Hayes High 1 for 1 in the red zone with a touchdown.
Tell you what, Hunter Brown with just a few games under his belt last year and now practicing in the offseason has really got great awareness of the game.
I formation. Myers dots the I. Puts Markley in motion left to right as a wide receiver. Handoff Myers, gets a block and then gets cut down. Boy, right at the line of scrimmage, Kyle Cure, the outside linebacker, 180-pound senior, had 8 tackles for loss last year, 47 total tackles. Keeps Myers to the gain of 1, 3rd down and 6.
Well, 5 minutes left. It's now going to be 3rd and 6 yards. But, boy, really important that the Hayes High Indians can pick up a first down here. They're not going to want to punt. Okay, and they're probably not going to try and kick a field goal in the win, so they really got 2 plays here to try to pick up a first down, and how important that would be to continue to run time off this clock and try to go into halftime with the advantage on this game.
Indians 2 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight. Right now they have 3rd down and 6 and taking a lot of time to talk about this play. Hayes High may be waiting for a timeout. They do. Head coach Randall Rath says this is a big play. We got to make sure everything's right.
I'm not sure
how touchdown lead, 7-0 for Hayes High, 4:32 to go in the half.
I'm not sure how Coach Rath's doing because there is no play clock on the field, so he had to ask the side official there what kind of time was left before the play had to be run so he could take most advantage time of that timeout.
Hayes High Indian football brought to you by Bacon Grind Appraising Services, World of Wheels, Whiskey Creek, Home Steel Siding and Windows, APAC, Redeem Designs, James Motor Company, and Eagle Communications. Hayes High leads 7-0, and it's been a mix of run and pass. The pass has been effective, 3 for 3 for Hunter Brown, all to Colin Kreitzer for 78 yards.
Hey, it's exciting to talk about those big plays, those big pass plays that Hunter Brown's been able to convert. But I'll tell you what, how about the defense who started out forcing Scott City into 2 punts and a turnover on downs on 3 drives? Hayes High Indian defense has given up some yardage here, but they're really trying to put the ball back in the Hayes High Indian offense's hands.
A year ago in their 2-7 season, Hayes High allowed 337 yards per game and 28 points per contest. Scott City as an offense averaged 393 and just under 40 points. Big 3rd down and 5 for Hayes High, left to right, trying to pick up a first down as Hunter Brown tests the right side, gets close to a first down. Think he's going to be just a little short.
Yep, they're going to spot it about a half a yard short of that first down marker, but
Hayes High is 1 for 1 on 4th down. The nose of the ball is just behind the 15. The first down marker is a football length past the 15. Hayes High will line up for a 4th down and inches.
And this play is going to be all about Trey Van Pelt being able to control either Garrett Osborne or Daniel Nolasco up front.
Hunter Brown under center. He's going to turn, hand off to Myers. Myers first down, still on his feet, gets to the 10-yard line, and the Indians are 2 for 2 on 4th downs, that time on a 5-yard run by Colton Myers. And Hayes High in the red zone, churning those legs, getting first downs, has first down and goal from the 10-yard line with 3:47 to go. And remember, this could play huge too. Hayes High gets the football to start the second half.
Tell you what, Colton Myers is going to get all the credit there for yards in the first down, but Chance Brungart, Trey Van Pelt, Dylan Flaler, they're the ones that stuffed up the middle of the line of scrimmage and allowed that first down.
Hayes High offensive line had a lot of growing up to do in the last 3 weeks. A lot of guys that had not seen varsity competition. Indians first down and goal from the 10, leading 7-0. They move left to right, north to south here in this second quarter. The officials make sure everybody's set, winds the clock with 3:45 to go. Shotgun formation for Brown. Schmidberger, the fullback, to his right. It's going to be a handoff. No keeper by Brown. Brown cuts to the outside at the 10, cuts to the sideline, stays on his feet, no stepped out of bounds. And I don't know if he'll get a yard. If they do, they'll mark him. Well, they'll mark him at the 8 for a gain of 2.
They're going to give him a gain of a yard and a half because it is now 2nd and goal. That was 1st and goal right on the 10-yard line. So it's now 2nd and goal about the 8.5.
Hunter Brown, 6 carries, 21 yards. Indians in Logan Clark's field goal range, but you get greedy now. You want a touchdown for a full two-possession lead. Trey Van Pelt, the center, leads the Indians up to the 8-yard line on the right hash. Behrens is the H-back in the backfield this time for Hayes High. The shotgun snap. Back to pass is going to be Hayes High to Shane Behrens, and it's a catch but a loss of about 2 yards. Kyle Cure read Shane Behrens across the backfield, completed pass, but a loss of 2 yards.
I'll tell you what, Shane Behrens was pretty well covered on that play, but William Sennett had brought that play in for the Hayes High Indians. The sophomore came in and brought that play in, lined up as a wideout, and only one guy on him. And William was running a post pattern right straight to the end zone.
Well, 3rd down and goal for the Hayes High Indians. This one from the 10-yard line. Under center, Hunter Brown. Brown, play action. He's going to keep it himself left side. Has the sideline, gets a block from Schmidberger, gets close and driven out of bounds. Good block by the fullback, Dylan Schmidberger, to get the Indians inside the 5. And, boy, you talk about big decisions now. 4th down and goal from about 3 yards out. Does Hayes High go for the two-possession lead with a field goal, or do you go for the touchdown? Hayes High thinking about it. Time out Scott City, so Hayes High is going to get some extra time to think about it with 2:51 to go in the first half.
Tell you what, we watched Clark in a pregame kicking into the wind, and he was kicking from about this distance out. Saw him make it easily from 20 yards out. So this would be about a 22, 23-yard field goal, close to what he was doing in pregame. But, you know, the way the defense has been playing here, holding Scott City to punt, turnover on downs, and even if you don't get the touchdown, you're backing Scott City up on the 2 or 3 yard line. Granted, they got the win, but boy, you got to like the odds. You got to like the trend that the defense has provided you in the first and second quarter so far.
Hunter Brown has come out of the game, grabbed a water bottle, so it looks like Logan Clark's going to line up for a field goal. Logan Clark, a year ago, 2 for 2. 22 and 32 yards. He was 13 for 14 on extra points, 1 for 1 tonight. This ball will be from the left hash.
Hey, who did we notice was holding?
Colton Myers.
Holding.
Last year's quarterback.
Interesting.
Things go awry. Kid knows what to do. The backup holder, by the way, is Hunter Brown. So,
okay.
Here we go.
Don't think they'd go awry on purpose, do you?
Not yet. So Logan Clark will put the tee down at the 10. It's a 20-yard field goal attempt for Logan Clark to take a two-possession lead. Myers, the holder, from the left hash. Good snap. Kick is away. It is going to be good. And the Hayes High Indians lead 10-0 on a 20-yard field goal by Logan Clark.
An 11-play drive picked up 3 first downs. And I'll tell you what, folks, consumed 5 minutes off the clock. And now the Hayes High Indians have a 10-point lead with just 2:51 left in this first half.
Well, and it's 2 scores, and regardless if it's 2 scores by 2 touchdowns or 2 scores like this, 2 scores mentally starts playing tricks on people.
Exactly. Well, here's a team that lost. Hayes High Indians lost their last 4 games of last season. We talk about how important it is to start off with a positive note. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in this first half. So far, all positive for the Hayes High Indians.
The drive went 76 yards. Went 66 yards on those 11 plays. Logan Clark, 20-yard field goal, and Hayes High will kick into the wind for the first time tonight. It's a wind that started at 14 miles per hour out of the southeast, gusting up to about 20. It has dropped off a little since then. We'll see if Hayes High may look at more of a squib kick here than a full-on kick, and Aguilera back to return along with Farrow for Scott City. 2-possession lead for Hayes High. 2:51 to go. Still an eternity of the first half. Clark will tee it up in the middle of the field. Tyrese Hill, Keaton Markley, Dylan Schmidberger, Isaac Zimmerman, and William Sinnott will cover on the right side. Hunter Brown, Chance Brungart, Colin Kreitzer, Braden Stouth on the left side. And it's a pooch kick. Comes to the right side, and it's going to be taken at the 30-yard line, taken by the...
And William Sinnott gets the tackle there on coming in on special teams.
Taken by Nick Novak. So Scott City with the football. They'll start this drive, their 4th of the first half, on the 40, make that the 38-yard line.
With 2 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock and a full set of 3 timeouts for the Scott City Beaver offense.
Punt, change of possession on downs for Scott City. 2 wide receivers left, one to the right, Wyatt Hayes. The fullback will take the handoff, get hit by Tyrese Hill and pick up a yard, maybe 2. Colton Myers there, also in on the tackle, Conrad Viner. It's a gain of 2 to the 40.
Hey, I like it. Tyrese Hill made an adjustment there on that particular play. He lined up about 1.5 yards further to the outside, gave him a great angle without being blocked to get in on that play.
Aguilera to the right, Hayes to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left on now a shotgun formation. Nobody in the backfield along with Bo Hess. Says instructions to Juergens as he runs by. It's a screen pass, set up over the middle of Wyatt Hayes. Hayes has room to run, gets hit and taken down short of the first down marker. Indians going to be Chance Brungart making the tackle. Only the 2nd completion of the game. That one goes to the running back, goes to the fullback, goes to Hayes, his first career reception to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7, setting up 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. Scott City's 1 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight. This is their shortest conversion attempt of the evening, however. Hess under center, turns, hands off to Hayes. Hayes is going to get the first down, looks like, on a gain of 2. Scott City right now wearing and riding the back of Wyatt Hayes, the fullback, the sophomore.
Yeah, but eating up a lot of clock, now down to 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the first half.
Hess 2 for 6 throwing the ball tonight.
And the ball's set, so now the clock is rolling again.
With 90 seconds to go in the half, Indians up 10-0. 2 timeouts left for the Beavers. Aguilera, wing back to the right. Wing back left is going to be Juergens. He's going to run to the right side. Pass play, Hess. Rolls to the right. Pass complete to Aguilera. And there for the Indians is Dylan Schmidberger on the tackle.
To make the tackle inbounds. Just across
the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain, we'll say, of 2 yards.
Gain of 2, but keeps the clock rolling. Now under a minute left in the first half.
Aguilera with his first catch of the night. 1 wide receiver left. Indians jumping around on the line. Hess play action pass. Shane Behrens swings them down to the grass. Back inside the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 11. Timeout, Scott City. And for Shane Behrens, first sack of the night. It is his 4th sack of his career.
The second tackle for loss against Hess tonight, and what an important time it came, forcing now a 3rd and what looks like it's going to be a 3rd and almost 17 yards. Scott City's backed up now. They had just moved over into their own territory. That sack moves them back to their own 41-yard line.
This is going to be a 3rd down and about 18, 19 yards. Scott City so far tonight is 2 for 5 on third down.
Hey, I missed a timeout at Scott City. Did they get called for a timeout on that equipment failure or equipment
No, they
malfunction?
took one earlier before Hayes High kicked the field goal.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
Hayes High Indian.
That was okay.
Hayes High Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, Heartland Building Center, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, USAFE Pharmacy, and Steel Fabrications. Well, Hayes High right now looking for a big stop on third down to preserve this 10-point lead. At the end of one quarter, Dodge City leads Wichita West by the score of 7-0 on the Pioneers. TMP down 39-0 now to Abilene.
Isaac Zimmerman now in at the far defensive end. Tyrese Hill on the near side defensive end.
Shotgun for Bo Hess. Wyatt Hayes to his left. 3 wide receivers. Hess back to pass. Has time. Pump fake. He's going to throw deep. Has a man. It is caught for a first down the middle of the field for Justin Farrow. Beat the coverage deep. Hess was on line that time. Conversion for the Scott City Beavers to the 20. It is a 39-yard pass play.
Scott City looked like they're going to try and call timeout. I'm going to run it quick.
And they're going to spike the football. That was 3 consecutive completions for Bo Hess, who's 4 for 9 with that incomplete on the spike.
You see it so often. You see defensive backs trying to go for an interception, trying to tip that ball instead of just covering the receiver, and that's exactly what happened there. Hayes High Indian defensive safety trying to make the tip, trying to make that interception, and ignoring the proper coverage on the receiver.
2nd and 10 after the spiked ball at the 20-yard line. This is the second time that Scott City Beavers have been in the red zone. Has to pass. Quick pass left side over the head of Farrow, who had just made that catch over the middle.
Bo Hess really just rushing that pass. Farrow was wide open. Now, he did have coverage from Hunter Brown. A little more time, a little more patience, could have completed that pass. She wouldn't have gone for very much. Probably would have picked up 4 or 5 yards, though, but ran the ball out of bounds and been able to stop the clock that way.
Just the first time that Scott City's been into the red zone. 30 seconds to go before half. Indians up 10-0, trying to keep it that way. Scott City does have a timeout left. 3 wide receivers to the left, including Farrow. 1 to the right is the tight end Cure. Bubble pass, near side. Aguilera makes the catch at the 20. He gets to the 10. He gets to the 5. Cuts back and gets taken down on the 5-yard line. Timeout Scott City. Kreitzer there to make the tackle, along with Chance Brungarts. It's a gain of 15 yards on the bubble screen on 3rd down and 10.
Yes, that's going to be 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. 22.5 seconds left. Scott City's just used their final timeout.
This is about a big of next 22 seconds as there might be in this game. Hayes High can either go up by 2 scores and get the football to start the half, or it could be a 3-point game getting the football for the second half.
Already 8 plays into this drive. 2 first downs Scott City's been able to pick up since taking the ball with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. So a very productive drive by the Scott City Beavers. And really, no matter what happens here, this is going to give the coaching staff for Scott City something to see that they can build off, and they can now see a weakness in the Hayes High Indian defense that up until now we hadn't seen.
Senior quarterback Bo Hess, 1,265 yards passing a year ago. Started the game cold, 1 for 5, but since then, and with the wind, he is now 4 for his last 6 for 63 of his 64 yards. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Hayes High trying to hold on to a 2-possession lead. Tyrese Hill, one of the defensive ends, along with Freddie Haynes. They've gotten some pressure tonight. Hayes the fullback. Scott City is out of timeouts. Aguilera joins Hayes in the backfield. Hess comes under center. He's going to, he's going to throw. He's under some pressure. Throws to the end zone. It is caught. What a pass. What a catch. Hunter Brown was there. He's trying to wrestle the ball away. It's going to be a touchdown catch by Justin Farrow.
Give Bo Hess some credit. We've seen him overthrow the ball tonight. We've seen him rush passes, but that time he threaded the needle right between Chance Brungard and in between Hunter Brown, who had that receiver double covered. Bo Hess took the chance and threw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
So does Scott City kick for the extra point? They will. It'll be Gustavo Gonzalez, a senior, to kick the extra point. Hayes High's lead cut down to 10-6. The snap is down. The kick is up. It is a 10-7 ball game with 17 seconds to go before halftime.
A 9-play drive consumed 2 first downs, 2 minutes and really 2 minutes and 20 seconds, leaving the Hayes High Indians with just 17 seconds on the clock. But Bo Hess able to complete 3 real big passes on that drive. And again, I think not only is the touchdown important, but that gives the Scott City offensive coordinators an opportunity, some weaknesses in the Hayes High defense. And really up until that drive, it had been 2 punts and a turnover on downs that the Hayes High Indian defense had forced. That time with a hurry-up offense, Scott City seeing some real success.
Justin Farreau had a huge series. He caught that 39-yard pass on 3rd down and 18. That stands to be the biggest play because that came right after the Indians had gotten the sack from Shane Behrens.
I'll tell you, although I'm as impressed with that touchdown pass where Bo Hess really got it in between the 2 Hayes High Indian defenders. Defenders had the receiver well covered. That's just an incredible pass by the senior quarterback.
Well, Hayes High needs to make sure they cover this punt or this kickoff just in case that Scott City wants to try anything funny with 17 seconds to go before halftime on Harley night here at Darner Field. Indians preparing for a potential onside kick.
We even saw the Scott City Beaver on a Harley before the game.
They love the Scott City Beaver here. It'll be a kickoff by Gonzalez. It's going to land in play. It's going to be picked up and returned near side by the Hayes High Indians. For Hayes High, that is going to be Hayden Brown, and he almost broke it loose up the near sideline.
Hayden Brown kind of messing around back there, dancing around, but finally found a gap near the sideline and almost broke that. So now 11 seconds left. There is 1 timeout left that the Hayes High Indians have.
And there is a flag on the play back at the 20 against the Hayes High Indians. Okay. Hayes High is going to come in, take a knee, and get to the halftime with a lead of 10-3, or at least that's the plan at this point. Hayes High had a 10-0 lead, had Scott City backed up on 3rd down and 18, and quite honestly an opportunity. If Scott City doesn't convert, Hayes High may have looked at trying to score again before halftime. Indians will start the second half with the football. First things first, need to get this knee taken care of so that they can get to that locker room with the lead. Brown under center at the 10, backs up, takes the knee, and that will be the half. Hayes High leads at halftime 10-7 over the Scott City Beavers. Each team with some big plays. Hayes High, a 39-yard pass to eventually set up a field goal. Hayes High with a 48-yard pass to set up a field goal. Scott City with a 39-yard pass to set up a touchdown. After 1/2 of play in the first game of the season in Scott City, it is Hayes High 10, Scott City 7. This is Hayes High Indian football.
This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Rhine today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning. IPI Financial Services. And AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply. 24-hour card fueling. Bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the
Showtime.
Back for the second half is the Hayes High Indians, the Scott City Beavers already onto the field. In fact, they're going to dump off the last couple of minutes on the clock and get set for half number 2. Hayes High leads 10-7 over Scott City. Maybe key for this second half, Kurt David. Hayes High gets the ball to start half number 2.
Hayes High gets the ball. You know, we talked about stats here at halftime. Most striking one to me was Shane Barron's 1 pass reception for -1 yards. 6'4", get the guy the ball.
Kickoff goes left side. It's going to be taken at the 2-yard line. That's going to be taken by Hayden Brown. Middle return. The freshman gets about to the 20, 21-yard line. Same as if you would start with a touchback. And Hayes High will have first down and 10, moving left to right.
Tell you what, went downstairs during halftime, just an excited crowd. I know crop prices are down. Cattle took a beating this week, but I'll tell you what, these fans here in Scott City are ready to get back under the lights on Friday night. Just an exciting atmosphere in Scott City tonight.
So Hayes High will jog the offense from the sideline. First and 10 from the 20, left to right into the wind, meaning Hayes High gets the wind in the fourth quarter. Both teams taking advantage of the wind when they had it to air out the ball. I formation, tight end right side, split wide receivers. It's going to be a handoff. Colton Myers right side, falls over the line, gains about 2 yards or so. And Coach Jim Turner for Scott City unhappy about something. He's 5 yards out on the field talking to the official. It's a gain of 2 to the 22, second down and 8 for the Indians. Colton Myers, 36 yards on 10 carries. First game at the running back position. Quarterback for 7 of the 9 games last year, got hurt and did not play the last 2 games. Barons, wide receiver right. Sinnott as well, 2 wide receivers left. Is going to be Markley and Kreitzer. Shotgun formation for Brown with Myers to his left. He's going to put Sinnott in motion. It's a play action, kept by Brown, makes a man miss, escapes a second tackle, and then gets hit hard. Gets drilled by Jess Droman. Drives him backwards after gaining another yard. We'll call it 2, third down and 6 for Hayes High.
Boy, Hunter Brown paid hard for that particular yard. Probably should have gone down for a tackle for loss, but he was able to squeeze away, find a little bit of a hole, but yeah, got taken down hard 1 yard across the line of scrimmage.
Hayes High is 2 for 6 on third downs, but this would be fourth down if they don't convert into the wind deep in their own territory. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Hunter Brown, shotgun formation on 3rd and 6. Brown back to pass, sets up the screen over the middle to Myers. Myers has a blocker in front of him, but not near enough. Myers fights hard, gets across the 28, not quite to the 29, and needed to get to the 30. Hunter Brown is 5 for 5, hits the screen play to Myers for his first career catch, but Hayes High 3 and out, and will punt the ball on a pass play of 4 yards.
Yeah, design screenplay there. Hunter Brown's had great visibility of the field so far tonight. He had a couple open receivers, but a design screenplay. Now a timeout by Scott City.
They had something wrong. 12 guys on the field. Scott City trotted 1 too many out there, or 1 person didn't come off. So they use a timeout early in the third quarter in a 10-7 ball game. Hayes High facing fourth down will punt into the wind. Indian football brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Next Tech, and M&D of Hayes. Shane Barons, the punter for Hayes High. 4 punts, 35 yards per punt a year ago in limited duties there. 1 punt tonight for 56 yards, but this one going to head into a wind, still about that 15 miles an hour or so.
Yeah, he's not going to get the distance on this punt that he did on his first one that backed Scott City up way into their territory. Now, Scott City's going to be in their own territory most likely, but not as deep a punt as Shane Barons put down last time.
Thoreau and Juergens, wide receiver and running back, go back to receive this punt. They'll stand at their own 35-yard line. Barons to take the long snap from Van Peltz. Snap is a good one. Barons has time to put his foot into it. A nice high punt. Taken at the 35-yard line by Thoreau. Right side return goes back to the middle across the 40, up to the 42-yard line. Return of 7 on the play. Nice punt. Nice hang time from Barons. It's only a 27-yard punt, but it got up into the air and did what the Indians needed it to do.
Tell you what, though, actually more effective than Shane Barons' last punt. Shane Barons' last punt, I think Scott City got it on their own 47-yard line. Now they're back to their 42. Shane Barons doing well from the punting position, both with and into the wind tonight.
37-yard punt, excuse me. Ball at the 42-yard line for Scott City. Trying to take their first lead of the game. Hayes High up 10-3. It's a handoff. Wyatt Hayes, the fullback, turns his back, gets hit, gets dropped. But he gets 8 yards on first down. Wyatt Hayes, big night tonight. 9 carries, 60 yards, and that fullback, the sophomore, keeps chugging away.
Yeah, and that time, Baron Strine, the 210-pound junior, got a nice jump off the line of scrimmage there, really put up a nice block.
Ball just a half yard away from midfield. Scott City right to left. This is the direction they went when they scored their touchdown earlier. Sun almost fully set, the lights affecting the field. Handoff Wyatt Hayes gets a big first down inside the 45. Hess got hit as he handed off the ball, but still got it to the sophomore Wyatt Hayes right up the gut to the Indian 46-yard line on a gain of 8.
Shane Barron's in on that tackle, but as a linebacker lined up 6 yards off the line of scrimmage, not able to react quickly enough to keep that from being a first down play.
Make it a 7-yard gain, first down and 10. Scott City's been in Hayes High territory every possession tonight.
Trey Van Pelt comes out of the game now.
Wide receiver left. 2 wingbacks, 1 in motion. Aguilera. Toss to Aguilera. Near side. Tries to hit the edge. He gets by 1 man. Uses a stiff arm. And is going to get taken down at about the 25-yard line. Up very slowly on the tackle. Colin Kreitzer. Indians could not get to Aguilera. It's a run of 19 yards.
Colin Kreitzer up slow. Colt Myers getting up slow after that play, frustrated that he wasn't able to contain it to the inside. And now, Holden.
Colin Kreitzer trying to shake off the hit, rubbing down around his right knee, flexing that knee and down to his ankle. 2 wide receivers right. Indians up 10-7, but the momentum is with Scott City, and Hayes High is going to use this moment to take a timeout.
Good timeout for Coach Rath and the Hayes High Indian defense. Hayes High Indian offense started off well in the first half of the game. They go 3 and out on this first possession. Defense now really looks like they're picking up where they left off, struggling against a Scott City offense that seems to have gained some momentum.
Scott City 3 plays in this half, 8 yards, 7 yards, 19 yards. Yep. Indian football brought to you by Canterbury Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Progressive Physical Therapy, and Crop Production Services. This is the 4th ever meeting between Hayes High and Scott City. They played each other back in 2002 and 2003. Scott City won the 2002 battle 13-12. Hayes High won in 2003 23-20. The other meeting took place in 1931. Hayes won 6-0.
I'm guessing against Coach Danner, who at that time was the football coach here in Scott City and now has a field named after him here. I'm sorry, Darner, Coach Darner. Darner Field.
Scott City has been a perennial power the last several years. 10-1 a year ago when they made it to the 3A playoffs, lost to Norton on this field, on the sideline for Scott City. Getting some attention, inside linebacker Trey Loftus, the senior over by the training table. So Hayes High uses the timeout. Scott City comes back to the field, right to left from the 25-yard line. 3 plays, 3 big plays to start the half. Handoff Wyatt Hayes, left side. Chance Brungart will bring some wood on that one and keep him to a 3-yard gain. Brungart got a hand in on that ball, too, trying to rip it free.
Yeah, great reaction by Chance Brungart. Right now, the defensive line for the Hayes High Indians, they're playing fairly spread out to cover the Scott City offensive line, and that's leaving big gaps. So those middle linebackers, Chance Brungart doing a great job there from an outside linebacker position, doing a great job to fill that hole.
The Indians bend but not breaking much tonight, but if they break again, it's a lead for Scott City. 3 in the backfield. It's Hess. Toss right side. Jurgens has some free space. He's going to get a first down. All the way down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 11.
Scott City another first down, but Scott City now making some great one-on-one blocks. We saw some double-team efforts on their part during the first half. We saw the Hayes High Indians able to fight off some of those blocks in the first half. Not now. Scott City holding those blocks.
Indians up 10-7, but for how long? The Beavers driving right to left. Hess under center. Counter play. Aguilera gets to the 9. Gain of 2. Indians read it well. Coming in for the tackle was the Hayes High Indians. Freddie Haynes from his defensive end position. Conrad Viner in on the tackle as well. Gain of 1 to the 10. Second time Scott City's been in the red zone. The last time on their previous drive when they scored with 17 seconds to go before the end of the first half, and another equipment malfunction for the Scott City Beavers. They get it fixed, and we continue play. Nick Novak, backup tight end, comes in from the sideline. He's going to replace Justin Farreau, comes out hobbling a little bit. He had a big first half, 3 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. Double wing look for Scott City this time. 2nd and 9 from the Indian 10. Handoff Wyatt Hayes gets hit at the 5 and then gets taken down by Shane Behrens and Hunter Brown. Gets down to the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 6. 3rd down, a huge 3rd down and goal from the 4.
There, Tyrese Hill trying to pinch off from the outside, but really two blockers there that Tyrese Hill couldn't get around in to get a hand in on that tackle.
Wyatt Hayes, big night, 12 carries, 76 yards. He has really been the workhorse for Scott City. Aguilera to the right. He'll be the wingback. Juergens in the backfield as well as Hayes. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Handoff Hayes, right side, gets met, bounces off the tackle. He's going to be held up short of the end zone. 4th down, or will it be enough for a 1st down? They can get a 1st at the 1. They are a half-yard short of the 4th down, of the 1st down, so 4th down and about a foot.
And Trey Van Pelt coming back into the game to put some size back into the middle part of that line of scrimmage.
Scott City can get a 1st down as the ball is resting at about the 2. They can get a 1st down with a 1-foot gain. Hayes High can get the football back with a stop. Indians crowd the line of scrimmage. Double wing formation. Hess under center. Long snap count. Turns. Hands to Hayes. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown. 4th down conversion for Scott City. And Scott City has their first lead of the game.
An 8-play drive, 3 first downs. Scott City really controlling the ball for a good 4 minutes of that game. Now takes the lead up 13-10, lining up for a field goal.
Hayes High went 3 and out, takes advantage of the short field position. They go 57 yards on the drive. They went punt, change of possession on downs on their first 3 drives. Now back-to-back touchdowns that lead 13-10. Will it be 14? It's tipped. Does it get through? Yes. Indians got into the backfield and nearly got the extra point block that would have left it at a 3-point game, but as it stands, Hayes High leads 14-10 with 5:56 to go, 3rd quarter. That was a long drive in terms of plays and in the term of time.
Tell you what, a very diverse, quick play offense from Scott City, using both the run and the pass from Bo Hess to score in that last position in the second half. That time it was just grinded up the middle football and having the offensive line and hold blocks steadily throughout the play. Scott City offensive line just taking control of the game on that particular drive. Hayes High Indian defense needs to regroup. That's a tough thing to do with so many players going both ways for the Hayes High Indians.
2-yard run on 4th down, and the last 2 drives by Scott City really mirror one another at the end of the first half and beginning of the second half. 9 plays, 62 yards touchdown, 9 plays, 57 yards touchdown. Scott City did not convert on their 3rd down on that drive, but on 4th down and about a half yard, get a 2-yard touchdown run. So Hayes High will return the kick by Gonzalez. This one a shorter kick, angling to the sideline. It's going to be bobbled and out of bounds. All the way back at around the 5 or 6 yard line. Indians' Keaton Markley tried to track it down. It went through his legs as it was bouncing on the natural grass, and Hayes High has the ball at their own 6, trailing 14-10.
And there you see it. You don't practice special teams much early in the season. There you saw just a misjudging trying to catch that ball. Ball lands at his feet, actually hits his feet before it rolls out of bounds. Hayes High Indians backed up now to their it's like their 6 yard line.
Indians assistant coach Jay Sanders harping on the kids the last 2 weeks. Don't let the ball bounce when it's in the air on a kick. Indians backed up to their 6, down by 4. Hunter Brown under center. He's going to hand it off to Colton Myers. Nothing doing. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. The tide has turned. Hayes High scored on the first drive of the game, taking a 7-0 lead, led 10-0, but back-to-back Scott City touchdowns. They lead 14-10 over Hayes High. No gain on the play for Colton Myers.
One play. We've only seen 3 plays so far from the Hayes High Indians. That was just their 4th play. Remember, back to the first half, Hayes High Indians mixing the ball up with different running backs, throwing in a few pass plays. Right now, just trying to get it off tackle.
Offset eyes, 2nd and 10 from their own 6. Toss right side for Myers. Myers tries to find the edge. Another penalty on the field as Myers lunges to the 15-yard line, but it's going to be brought back again, and Colton Myers is down on the ground.
Colton
might be cramps.
Yeah, Colton Myers was slow to get up on a defensive play that he was unable to contain, and Scott City picked up quite a few yards. Slow to get up, and
cramps in both legs. A couple of Scott City people come over to help out, but a penalty in the backfield on Hayes High. So what would have been 3rd down and about a yard, a block in the back on Hayes High puts the Indians back at their own 1, maybe 2 yard line. Colton Myers down on the sideline getting attended to because of cramps in both legs, and Hayes High is just their 3rd penalty of the night, but it backs them up. 2nd time a block in the back. Head coach for Hayes High, Randall Rath, makes his way across the field. You'll see Coach Jim Turner on the way. Cramps for both the calves of Colton Myers. And nights like tonight where it's not hot, but it's still early in the season, hydration is not on the top of everybody's mind.
Well, we talked about it as we went into halftime. One of the key things there was not just coaching, but figuring out a way to get these guys some Gator and get them some electrolyte. You know, it isn't a hot night here, but the humidity's 55%. And, again, Colton Myers playing both ways. So many of these players for the Hayes High Indians playing both ways. It's going to be important all season long that you keep those guys hydrated, get electrolytes back in there.
This is going to pose a bit of a question now as to who will go to that running back position for Hayes High. Not a lot of depth at some positions this year. Hayes High had Dante Blackman practicing at that position. He has had a knee that has been bothering him here this year, and Hayes High just not a lot of depth at some positions, and even thinner tonight due to a couple of players not able to make the trip. Indian football is brought to you by Edward Jones, Darrell Jeff, and Linda Seibel. State Glass Company, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. They're still working on the cramps of Colton Myers on the sideline, and even if they can get those cramps worked out, as soon as you leave the ground again, they tighten back up. I guess if you can think about it, at nighttime when you get a cramp and you lay back down thinking you got rid of it and it locks back up once again. Hayes High huddling on the far sideline as well, trying to collect themselves here a little bit. A botched kick return put them at the 6, and now a run of 9 yards by Colton Myers negated by a penalty. It'll be 2nd down. Indians backed up at their own 2-yard line, trailing 14-10. Hayes Kalon scoreboard update at halftime. Dodge City up on Wichita West 14-0. Garden City over Wichita East at halftime 26-7. Great Bend over Coffeyville in Great Bend 30-7. Coffeyville a new team to the Great Bend schedule. Liberal at home versus Ulysses. Ulysses all over Liberal tonight 28-7. That's halftime. Buhler and McPherson, a pair of state-ranked teams. Buhler up 20-7 at halftime. They scored a touchdown with 21 seconds to go before the half to take that 20-7 lead. Abilene beating up on TMP tonight 39-0, and Wamego over Rock Creek 6-0. And they're actually going to, the paramedics run in from the sideline here. They can't get that cramp to loosen up, and
it's first responder night here tonight at Darner Field, and now they're
Harley night too.
Yeah, Harley night. They're putting some of these first responders to work as they come across the field to attend to Colton Myers.
It's been a fairly lengthy injury timeout, and Myers has been drinking water on the sideline. This is a case of cramps that just simply will not loosen up, and they've got the ambulance rolling, and one of the first responders on the near side here is waving them off, saying, "We don't need it. It's okay. It's cramps. You can go back." They're getting ready and in the process of putting in a brand new track here in Scott City around Darner Field, and they expected it to be done now, but there's only about 200 yards of the track actually laid here. And Colton Myers, where he's at on the field, is just on the edge of where the track and the grass meet, and down the field about 9 yards from where Hayes High will have the ball, and Myers is finally helped back up. But quite honestly, that walk across the field might be the longest width of the field Colton Myers has ever walked. He is noticeably limping across the field.
You talk about them putting in a new track here at Darner Field. Really a nice facility. They're putting in a new track. They've got a new building put up for a visitor locker room, and they've got the Scott Community Fieldhouse over there, which is the home team's locker rooms. Really a nice setup here for this this small town, this small school here in Scott City, Scott County, Kansas.
They also have a 15-foot beaver to the one side of the field that your daughter has some very fond memories of.
Yeah, she ran the 2-mile back with Felton Middle School back in the days of Felton Middle School, and reminded me via text tonight about how she had counted that thing 8 times.
All right,
as she ran by.
Let's see what Hayes High can do on 2nd down. And about 16, they're backed up to their own 2-yard line now after the 9-yard run negated. The tailback is going to be Keaton Markley. Under center, it's a handoff to Schmidberger. Schmidberger gets back a few of the penalty yards across the 5 up to about the 7. So he'll get back across the line of scrimmage. Schmidberger's fourth carry of the night. That's for a total of 8 yards. He had one earlier in the evening, but that was negated by a penalty. So 3rd down and 9. Hayes High 2 for 7 in the game, 0 for 1 in the second half. It's going to be 4 wide receivers for Hunter Brown. Markley to his left, playing for Colton Myers, who's out with cramps. Man in motion. Nope, going to be nobody. Now, man in motion left to right. Schmidberger, the fullback. It's going to be a keeper by Hunter Brown. Fumbles the football. It's loose on the ground. Scott City has the ball.
Boy, that's not what you wanted to do deep in your own territory. As Coach Rath tried to mix it up there with a fake end around, having Dylan Schmidberger come back and try and do a reverse. Hunter Brown never really had great control of that ball, then went straight up the middle and coughed it up onto the ground. Now Scott City's got the ball. Up 14-10 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They've got the ball in great field position on the Hayes High Indian 13, 1st down and 10.
Indians had pushed that ball out to about the 10-yard line, had some breathing room for a punt, but now Scott City, off the Indians' first turnover of the game, have the ball in Hayes High territory and a 14-10 lead. Handoff Hunter Hayes, wrapped up and taken down. Drive starts at about the 12-yard line. Hayes gets to the 11 for a gain of 1. 81 yards on 15 carries, and Hunter Hayes may be in for a load of work this year. They may give him a yard. We'll say the drive really started back at about the 13, now at the 12.
The Hayes High Indian offense on the last possession, got the ball movement a little bit, ended up punting the ball, but that time, or had a 3 and out and punted the ball. But got Scott City backed up in their own territory. This time really just a disaster of a drive, fumbling down on the 13-yard line.
3:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Indians down 14-10. It could be more. Here's a play-action pass. Bo Hess to the end zone, incomplete. Intended near side for Nick Novak.
That time, Freddie Haynes getting a little bit of pressure on Bo Hess to make him force that ball quickly and throw the ball high.
3rd and 9 from the 12. Scott City is 3 for 7. Make that 4 for 7 on, correction, now 4 for 8 on 3rd downs after not converting on 3rd and goal earlier, but then on 4th and goal getting a 2-yard touchdown run. Split wide receivers, Farrow left. He has a touchdown reception tonight. Hess under center and an offset eye. Toss right side to Juergens. He has the corner. He's trying to get to the 1st down. Dives to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Hayes High couldn't get the corner shut down. And on 3rd down and 9, Scott City runs it in for a touchdown.
Dylan Schmidberger tried to get it in there, but too many blockers. He had to fight off, not able to control the outside of the ball there with too many blockers on him, and the ball gets into the end zone.
Jarrett Juergens' first touchdown rush of the night, 2nd of his career, and it is now a 20-10 ball game. Hayes High has been 3 and out and fumbled on their first 2 possessions of the 3rd quarter. 3:31 to go in the 3rd. Indians nearly blocked the last extra point. High snap, kick is away. This one is good. It is 21-0. As hitting the extra point for a 3rd time, Gustavo Gonzalez.
Tell you what, Hayes High Indians need to do something here in the last 3:31 of the 3rd quarter. They need to get this win back at their back to try to figure out a way to finish this game strong.
Scott City's first 3 possessions of the game went punt, change of possession on downs. After that, 3 consecutive touchdowns to go from down 10-0 to up 21-10. And think about how big that 30-plus yard pass was on 3rd and 18 for Scott City. If Indians knock that ball down or it's an incomplete pass, Hayes High has the ball and a chance to go up by 3 possessions before the end of the first half. Hayes High Indian football tonight being brought to you by Adams Brown, Barron and Ball, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, and Hayes Kalon. Indians will return left to right and hope for better things. Last time, knocked the ball out at the 1. Williams sent it back to return the kick, along with Keaton Markley, who's playing running back now because of the cramps to Colton Myers. The kickoff by Gonzalez, a wobbly kick down the middle. This is returnable. Markley's going to take it at the 12. Left side return, 15, 20, hash mark. He'll get to the 25, still on his feet. Nope, driven back at about the 23-yard line. They may mark him back at the 22. Markley a 13-yard return on the kickoff. Hayes High, desperate need of a big drive. They need some points on the board, down 21-10. At least a field goal here would make it a one-possession ball game.
Wow. Hayes High Indians have the ball back. They've got to figure out a way with 3:31 to do something productive here to control this ball. Again, a three and out play to force into a punt, and then a fumble is not a great way to start the second half of this game.
Ball at the 23, Markley wide receiver right with Shane Behrens. In the backfield is Dylan Schmidberger with quarterback Hunter Brown. Two wide receivers to the left. Shotgun formation, two guys in motion. 5-yard penalty, and things starting to crumble mentally here for the Hayes High Indians. Somebody started running in from the left in motion. Indians had motion for Keaton Markley to be the motion man from the right side. Fourth penalty of the night for Hayes High. This makes it 1st and 15. Back at the 18-yard line. Indians fumbled on their previous play. That set up a short touchdown for Scott City. Handoff, Markley, left side, tests it, gets a yard to the 19.
Well, Hayes High Indians in the middle doing a great job of controlling Nolasco to keep him away from the play, but too many other players on Scott City are going without a helmet on them, able to pursue that play, and now back the Hayes High Indian ups to a 2nd and 14.
William Sinnott brings the play in from the sideline. Hayes High needs a spark. In the first half, it was a 48-yard pass from Hunter Brown to Keaton Markley to mark the Indians' biggest play of the year so far. Schmidberger in the backfield along with Hunter Brown. It's a straight run by Hunter Brown, gets across the 20 and gets back just across what the original line of scrimmage was. They're going to mark him down at the 25, so it's going to be a gain of 6 for Hunter Brown, but that 5-yard penalty before the drive ever started is going to make this 3rd down and a 8-yard attempt. Hayes High 0 for 2 in the second half on 3rd down. And so far tonight, just 2 for 8.
I keep talking about Shane Behrens, but that time he's lined up as a wide-out receiver, and there's only single coverage from Scott City. Justin Farrow, number 12, a 5'10 senior, up against the 6'4 Shane Behrens. You got to believe Shane Behrens can grab that ball down.
4 wide receivers, 3rd down and 8. Wide receivers 2 by 2, left side. It's an end around. Markley trying to hit the corner, cuts back, dives, and gets to about the 29. And comes up about 4 yards short of the first down. 5-yard penalty is what the difference was. And now a Scott City player down with leg cramps. That's Farrow. And that may or may not be leg cramps because Farrow was really walking gingerly earlier. Hayes High 3 and out for a 2nd time on this drive, and really 3rd time in this half because the last time they fumbled. So Behrens will punt. They get Scott City had 12 on the field again, and just before Hayes High snapped the ball, a timeout by Scott City. If Hayes High snapped that ball, they would have had a free 1st down.
That's the 2nd time they've had 12 people on the field, and both times on punt receiving teams.
That's a long time not to throw that old penalty flag, too.
And Jim Turner is making a point in his first game as head coach.
Well, that's the 2nd timeout used of the half by Scott City for that reason. Now, it's a 21-10 game now, but the first one came when it was a 10-7 contest.
How about that for yelling at your team? Jim Turner in the face of 12 guys out there, and I'm guessing it was just one of their fault.
More than likely, but all 12 will probably be paying for it come
it.
Next week. So Shane Behrens is going to punt this one away. Ball marked at the 29-yard line. 2 punts, one of 56, the other of 37, and gets another great high punt. Hits the wind, it drops. It's going to be taken at the 30 now. It's a return by Aguilera across the 40 to the 43-yard line, still on his feet to the 45, and the rugby scrum goes out to near the 46, a 16-yard return on the 41-yard punt.
Yeah, and explain that to me. I mean, they have great coverage there by the Hayes High Indians. Got him contained, but Scott City, who really is pretty evenly sized, evenly matched with the Hayes High Indians, able to push that pile 6-7 yards down the field. Folks, that shouldn't happen.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Scott City, and the way Hayes High's offense is running, or not so at this case, they may be looking for a nail right now. 21-10, Scott City scored on the last 3 possessions. touchdown pass and 2 touchdown runs. Wide receiver right is Aguilera. Double wingback formation. Hess rolls out to his right. He's going to get hit by Hill as he launches it down the field. It is going to be almost intercepted by Colin Kreitzer. Boy, and you could argue offensive pass interference. Kreitzer had every right to that football. Good defense by Kreitzer.
Boy, and there you saw, we talked last year about Hess having 14 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. That time Hess just throwing the ball up for grabs down deep. That ball is right for an interception.
Tyrese Hill, who has a sack tonight, hit the quarterback, Bo Hess, as he was getting ready to let go of that football. Barons with a sack tonight as well. 2nd and 10, ball at the 45-yard line for Scott City, right to left. Hess with Wyatt Hayes behind him in the backfield. He's been a busy man tonight. Turning handoff to Hayes. Hayes, big hole, and then Shane Barons closes the hole. Dante Blackman into the ball game as well. Hayes gets a yard to the 47.
Yeah, Dante Blackman not in on that tackle, but keeping the ball to the inside to allow Shane Barons to make that tackle. So Dante Blackman jumping in for the injured Colton Myers and making a difference there on that play.
3rd and 9. Hayes High needs a stop. Get this football back with 35 seconds to go. 3rd quarter, down by 2 scores, 21-10. Right now it's a field goal, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Try to keep it that way on 3rd and 9. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right for Hess in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looking left the entire way. Intercepted! Chance Brungard at the 50, at the 40, right sideline 30, cut back at the 25. He's at the 20, he's at the 15, and this is going to come back on a block in the back, but it'll be Hayes High football on the Chance Brungard interception. It is his first career pick. Hayes High would have had the ball at about the 10. They're going to end up with it at about the 40-yard line.
Chance Brungart watching the eyes of Bo Hess on that play and reading the pass play perfectly, jumping in front of the ball in front of the receiver, and then had open territory to run. Yeah, the ball's going to come back to the Scott City 37-yard line, but Dustin, who's going to have the ball? It's going to be the Hayes High Indian offense who's going to have the ball.
First turnover by Scott City. Hayes High with a little breath of life now, down 21-10, 14 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. One last chance in the 3rd. Hunter Brown jogs the play in from the sideline. The running back continues to be the Hayes High Indians. Keaton Markley in for Colton Myers, who still is getting his legs worked on, trying to get those cramps out. I formation. Brown under center this time. Wide receiver left, 1 to the right, tied into the right. Brown is going to throw over the middle to Barons. Barons makes the catch at the 30, and that will end the 3rd quarter. It's a gain of 7. Hayes High gets a pick from Brungart, has the ball in Scott City territory. When we return in 1 minute, Indians down 21-10 in the first game of the season. This is Hayes High Indian football.
The year 1948. We said goodbye to the Babe. Truman upset Dewey. And KAYS AM signs on the air. Flash forward to 2016. This year we said goodbye to Prince. We find out if it will be Hillary or Trump. And KAYS FM signs on the air. 1400 AM KAYS, now also on 94.3 FM. It's Hayes' greatest hits. KAYS, sounding great since 1948.
Hayes High Indian football on 96.9 KFIX, Plainville Hayes, ECTV, channels 14 and 614, and HayesPost.com. Scott City was trying to drive for what could have been a finishing touchdown, up 21-10, but Chance Brungart stepped in front of a pass, took it back to the 10-yard line. There was a block in the back on Hayes High that backed them up 10 more yards, their 5th penalty of the night. But Hayes High has the ball, 2nd down and 4 from the Scott City 30-yard line. After the completion to Shane Barons. Brown under center, split in the backfield. It's going to be Brown keeping it to the right side. Hurdles a defender. He may have enough for the first down.
I think it's going to end up being a little bit short there, but picked up nice yardage on that play. Dylan Schmidberger actually getting a little bit of a lead block. So last play we saw Shane Behrens getting back into the game, pass reception for positive yards, and now Dylan Schmidberger being in that fullback position, trying to get some lead blocks. We're beginning to now see a couple plays in a row that are more similar to what we saw in the first half from the Hayes High Indian offense.
3rd and 1 from the 27. 4-down territory for the Indians, down 21-10. Offset I formation. Brown under center, turns, fakes. He's going to keep it himself, hit the left side, and get overwhelmed and lose at least a yard.
He's going to lose yardage on that play.
Back to the 29, loss of 2, 4th down for Hayes High.
Looks like Braden
That was
Stout,
3rd and 1.
Braden Stout out there trying to get a lead block, but just not enough there. Too many blue hats from Scott City in on that play.
Indians without Colton Myers right now because of those cramps. Indians a little short on a couple of players that could have been very helpful tonight. 4th down and about 2,
Hayden
2.5.
Brown bringing in the play.
Indians have been 2 for 2 on 4th down. Here's Hunter Brown to throw, looks down the field. It is going to be bobbled and caught. It's a touchdown for the Hayes High Indians. On 4th and 2, they go deep to Colin Kreitzer, and the Hayes High Indians score on 4th down. It is a pass play of 29 yards on a bobbling catch by the Indians senior Colin Kreitzer.
Tell you what, Hunter Brown rolled out on that play. Not terrific protection. Hunter Brown had to avoid some Scott City Beaver defenders. Got the ball off, threw it up, and a juggling catch, bobbling catch, keeping his eye on the ball. Colin Kreitzer does a fantastic job.
First pass for a touchdown tonight for Hayes High. Extra point by Clark is up. It's good. We have a ball game, folks. It's 21-17. And early in the 4th quarter, 10:35 to go in the 4th, Hayes High sets that up off of the interception. Both teams have turned the ball over one time. Each team has responded with a touchdown.
Tell you what, that's the momentum the Hayes High Indian offense needs. And again, getting back to what they did in the first half, which was mix the plays up, get Shane Behrens involved, give Dylan Schmidberger an opportunity to block as a fullback, mixes up the plays and opens up a nice deep pass play for Hunter Brown and Colin Kreitzer there on that 4th down.
The touchdown off of the pick for Hayes High, a touchdown off of a fumble for Scott City. Now the Hayes High Indian defense needs to figure out what is probably going to be a run-oriented offense from Scott City here. Hayes High went 4 plays. In the second half, Hayes High 3 plays punt, 3 plays fumble, 3 plays punt. Now 4 plays touchdown. 1 extra play, right? Got the difference? Now Lane Clark will kick off with the wind. He's put one on the 1-yard line and put another into the end zone. Tees it up at the 40, 21-17. Can Hayes High against the state-ranked Scott City Beavers post a comeback after scoring 10 in a row, gave up 21 in a row. Clark puts his foot into it, little less wind to deal with now. Line drive kick, taken at the 3. Aguilera, right hash return. 20, 25-yard line, hits the middle of the field, gets across the 30 to near the 31-yard line. Good return of 28 yards for Kevin Aguilera, a 160-pound senior.
Was a good return. Logan Clark got that ball back to the 3-yard line, but Aguilera had 2 blockers that he could run behind to pick up some yardage. Got it out to the 30-yard line. Just a nice kickoff receiving play set up by the Scott City Beavers.
Connor Winter trying to get his fellow defenders fired up. Conrad Viner on the line, Tyrese Hill, Freddie Haynes. That's the 4-down lineman for Hayes High. Dylan Schmidberger, Dante Blackman, Chance Brungart, Shane Behrens, the linebackers. Turn handoff, false start. 5-yard penalty on the Scott City Beavers. It's just their second penalty of the night, but it makes it 1st and 15 now from the 25-yard line, and really one of the rare times Scott City's been working from a hole on 1st down.
Exactly, and as deep back in their own territory as they've been for quite some time.
Hunter Brown, Colin Kreitzer, and also Keaton Markley, the secondary for Hayes High, down 21-17. Clock at 10:25 to go, 4th quarter. Indians, after an interception, score a touchdown to get back within 1 possession. after giving up 21 consecutive points. Hess under center. Blackman is going to blitz on the play. Handoff left side, and it's going to be 5, maybe 6 yards just across the 30 for Wyatt Hayes. He gets the penalty yards back to make it 2nd down and just shy of 10 yards.
Dante Blackman blitzes, shoots a gap, and that ball forces it outside right into the waiting arms of Shane Behrens.
It's a gain of 6 to the 88 or to the 31-yard line. 88 yards for Wyatt Hayes on 17 carries. The fullback carried the ball 40 times all last year. Hess now has Hayes lined up to the right, behind the right guard, Kyle Sherwood. It's a toss play. Left side, Aguilera, flag on the play. Aguilera gets a first down, but a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. False start, Scott City. There's one on the right side as well, so whatever that the officials saw, they saw it on both the right side and the left side.
Now it's going to be back to 2nd and 15 again.
And one of the officials looking at Jim Turner, and it looked like he motioned that there was not enough men on the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard penalty wipes off a first down run by Kevin Aguilera and sets up now 2nd down and 14 from the 26-yard line for Scott City. Nick Novak into the ball game. Also for the Beavers, they bring back in Adrian Rulis. He will come near side. Aguilera near side. Now double wing as Aguilera goes off the right tackle. McKinnon Donovan. 2nd down and 14 for Scott City. Indians down by 4. It's a toss play. Fumbled in the backfield, and Hayes High may have the football. They do!
Tyrese Hill was back there, but he wasn't the one to jump on the ball.
It is going to be Freddie Haynes with the fumble recovery. Hayes High has the football at the Scott City 18-yard line. They'll mark it at the 17.
Tell you what, Freddie Haynes, Tyrese Hill were back in the backfield quick, and that exchange never really was able to take place or develop. That's what caused that fumble on the ground. Freddie Haynes back there quickly to jump on it.
Back-to-back turnovers by Scott City, and Hayes High can try to take the lead. They have the ball in the red zone. They're 2 for 2 in the red zone tonight with a touchdown and a field goal. They need a touchdown to take the lead. Shotgun formation for Brown. Hands it off to Markley. Gets it to the 15-yard line. First time the Indians have showed that formation. Schmidberger lined up to the right of Brown. Markley behind him, and Brown got hit as he gave the handoff away. Gain of 2 for Markley, who's in at that running back spot for the cramping Colton Myers. Indians down by 4. Just inside 9 minutes remaining in the game. Hayden Brown right. Kreitzer left, has a touchdown catch tonight. Brown turns, hands off to Markley. Markley a little timid going right side, picks up another yard or 2. It'll be a yard, if even that.
That time, Dylan Schmidberger trying to pull off a block as the lead fullback and a blocker there. Scott City defense reading it perfectly, really cued on Dylan Schmidberger on that play. Had drawn all the Scott City defense there to the ball carrier.
3rd down and 8, ball at the 15. Hayes High likely here in 4-down territory again. 3rd down's been an issue tonight. They're 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. Offset eye for Brown under center. From the 15, Brown rolls out to his right, looks to throw, gets hit, eludes the tackle, eludes another one that gets taken down at the 25. Rolled back too far. He was trying to go to Behrens over the middle of the field, but it's a sack, the first of the night for the Scott City Beavers. And what happens now, because that's a 10-yard loss.
Yeah. Kevin Lozano, 24, plays a defensive end position. Had a clear path back to Hunter Brown and made the first contact back there. Hunter Brown eluded the second tackle, but you can't elude 3 tackles that far deep back in the backfield.
4th and 18 from the 25. Hunter Brown and some confusion, and Hayes High's got to take a timeout. They had 11 on the field. That wasn't the issue, but some confusion as to the play. And with 10, make that 7:32 to go. There's still a couple of possessions in this game, but Hayes High, after the fumble recovery, got the ball at the 17. A big 10-yard sack by Scott City.
Yeah, it's an important play here. You know, you fourth and 16, almost like you got to call timeout on that, but you've got to figure out a way to pick up some additional yardage here. And even if you're not going to be successful getting it in the end zone or getting a first down, at least back up Scott City farther into their own territory now with 7.5 minutes left.
Indian football brought to you by Lewis Automotive Group, Insurance Planning, Hayes Chevrolet, Discount Siding, and Fort Hayes Auto Sales. Hunter Brown, 7 for 7 passing tonight. He's eclipsed 100 yards, 115. 59 of those to Colin Kreitzer, including a touchdown, 48 to Keaton Markley, 4 to Colton Myers, and 4 to Shane Behrens. 4th down, 18 from the 25-yard line. Scott City fumbled the possession after throwing an interception. Hayes High's Freddie Haynes recovered the fumble. It was Chance Brungar earlier that got the interception. See how Hayes High lines up here. 2 wide receivers right, Shane Behrens, the H-back, and then a wide receiver left, Colin Kreitzer. Maybe he gets some one-on-one coverage. Brown drops back to pass on 4th and 18, looks over the middle, heaves it up deep, looking for Behrens. It is caught! Touchdown, Shane Behrens! He out-jumped the defender, and Hayes High takes the lead on a 4th and 18 pass of 25 yards to Shane Behrens, and now a flag comes in on the play well after it's over. Hayes High has the lead by the score of 23-21.
We talked about it earlier. Shane Behrens is 6'4". He outsizes by 4 or 5 inches any of the defenders. There's no reason you can't throw the ball up to him, and that time Hunter Brown did it. Threw it up and allowed Shane Behrens to grab it.
Bobbled snap. Hunter Brown got it down. The kick is good. Hayes High now leads 24-21. Kurt David, Hayes High's 4 for 4 on 4th downs tonight, including a pair of 4th quarter touchdowns.
Well, Shane Behrens at 6'4" has got the height to be able to out-jump and be above any of those defenders. That time Hunter Brown just giving him the opportunity to grab the jump ball and bringing it down, and Shane Behrens did what he needed to on that play. Got the Hayes High Indians back in the lead, 24-21, now 7:23 left in the 4th quarter.
And the 2 turnovers for Scott City resulting in 14 Hayes High points. Hunter Brown, 8 for 8 passing tonight, 140 yards. Shane Behrens' 3rd catch of the night, that one for 25 yards and a touchdown for Behrens. That is his 3rd touchdown reception of his career. Hayes High scored the first 10 points of the game. Scott City then scored 21 consecutive points. Hayes High's responded back with 14. It looked like there was a flag thrown in the end zone after that touchdown, but apparently not. So Hayes High has the lead, 24-21. Defense needs to hold. They forced an interception and a fumble. Logan Clark to tee it up. Aguilera back there to return the kick. He's dangerous. He's had a couple of good returns. Scott City is going to see Aguilera take it to the 2. Right side return, has 3 guys in front of him. Aguilera gets to the 20. Slow return, 25, and then gets ushered out of bounds. The Hayes High Indians come up with a big tackle. That is Dante Blackman in special teams. Here comes the Hayes High defense. The last 2 possessions, they forced turnovers. Hayes High leads with 7:15 to go in the game.
Dante Blackman, great job in there on the tackle. The Scott City kickoff receiving team again gives 3 blockers now for Aguilera. Just allows him to grab it, and then they just develop a little, not a wedge, but really just kind of a little oval, a little guard for him to bring it up the field, and very effective bringing it up to the 27-yard line.
Wide receiver left, Rulis. Single wing this time as Juergens goes left side. Handoff, Hayes, big hole, gets hit, and he gets about 6 yards. All the way up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Hayes High Indians on the last 2 possessions have really done a good job controlling the inside part of the line of scrimmage. Last time getting in deep and forcing an exchange error, forcing a fumble. Hayes High Indians front line needs to get back in this game, stuff up that line of scrimmage.
Scott City hurt themselves twice on penalties on the last drive. It's a keeper. Bo Hess wants to run, gets hit by Schmidberger, and almost lost the football. Schmidberger nearly jarred it loose. This is close to a first down on the run by Hess. Doesn't run a lot, just 70 yards a year ago. He gets the 2 yards, make that 3 yards that he needs for the first down. His first true run of the night. He's been sacked twice. and had a scramble on a pass earlier. Ball up to the 38. Hayes High leads 24-21, 6:30 to go in the fourth. Hunter Brown one-on-one with Rulis to the left. Single wing to the left side as well as Juergens. It's a toss play. Aguilera finds a hole, cuts to the left sideline, jumps over his own man, makes another man miss, and gets a first down near midfield. Now a flag comes in on a play, and a late second flag. This might be on Hayes High.
And Hunter Brown coming up now, down on the ground, holding a...
Oh, man.
He's holding a leg.
Brown is down on the field holding his right knee. Face mask on the Hayes High Indians. So it's a gain of 12 for Aguilera.
Now Hunter Brown is up on his feet now, crouched down, but definitely favoring his right, what appears to be his right knee.
It's a 5-yard face mask penalty, apparently, not a 15. So Scott City gets the ball, and Hayes High's 46. So Hunter Brown, no pressure on his right leg. Oh, man. He has played so well tonight.
And Colton Myers out with cramps.
Hunter Brown, 8 for 8, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, getting helped off by the trainers. Tries to take a few steps by himself and cannot.
He's putting a little bit of weight on it now.
There he gets a little bit. Well, there may not be a tougher kid on the field than Hunter Brown. That kid is a gamer.
So the immediate question is who comes in for Hunter Brown on this play?
Now the officials are over talking with one of the Scott City coaches. The officials are talking if it's a personal foul or a 5-yard penalty face mask, apparently the 5-yard variety. And so Scott City, who now trails 24-21, will bring the ball out.
Colin Kreitzer in, Markley are both in.
Chance Brungart runs over to the right side. He's back in a cornerback position now almost. Handoff Wyatt. Hayes right side gets hit as the Indians are able to get Conrad Viner there. Boy, Colton Myers down. Also Hunter Brown now out of the game, and it's going to be William Sinnott warming up with Trey Van Pelt on the sideline. 5-yard gain for Hayes on that previous drive, and even 100 for Hayes. The ball to the 41-yard line. Indians holding a 3-point lead. Single wing to the right this time. Toss right side for Juergens. Juergens gets hit. He gets taken down. Great tackle by the Hayes High Indians, Freddie Haynes.
Freddie Haynes really wrapped up well, made a nice open field tackle to bring him down for no gain on that play.
Juergens, 9 carries, 60 yards, but nothing on that one. 3rd down. It's like 5.5 yards. Scott City tonight on 3rd down is 5 for 10. One of those, they scored a touchdown on a short 3rd down.
Dylan Scheibler into the game now.
Double wing, Bo Hess fakes. He's going to throw down the field. It is incomplete. Chance Brungart cut the route. He nearly had a second interception. Hess incomplete. 4th down and 5. What does Scott City do with Hayes High leading 24-21?
And Hess keying on Scheibler, who had just come in from the cornerback or safety position on that play.
Hunter Brown's running on the sideline. Good sign for Hayes High. Telling you, the kid's a gamer. Kid is a gamer. Cure will come out for Scott City, bringing in an extra wide receiver. 4th down and 5. Scott City is 1 for 2 on 4th downs, including a touchdown tonight. Wide receiver left, Novak. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Hess in the shotgun brings another one to the near side. It's a fake screen pass. Hess is going to run. Tyrese Hill gets him, is throwing, and intercepted by Dylan Schmidberger. Dylan Schmidberger with the interception. 3 consecutive Scott City turnovers. This one on the first career interception by Dylan Schmidberger.
And Tyrese Hill had a huge part in that game. He was the far defensive end, really didn't get very good pressure on Bo Hess, but was able to come in and really get his arms around wrapped around him. Bo Hess trying to make something happen while he's wrapped up by Tyrese Hill, just making a mistake, throwing it right into the arms of Dylan Schmidberger.
There is 4:42 remaining in the game.
Great interception by Dylan Schmidberger, but Tyrese Hill making a huge play there to get Bo Hess wrapped up and forcing him into a mistake.
Freddie Haynes and Tyrese Hill have had great games at the defensive end. Hunter Brown back onto the field. Here we go. I formation, first down for the Indians at the 42 or 37-yard line. Handoff, Markley right side, spins, holds onto the football, gets a couple of yards.
Both teams with only one timeout.
Boy, how
so
big is
ball
that?
Control is so important right now.
Scott City, remember earlier in the game, salted away 2 timeouts because of 12 guys on the field on punt returns. Ball up to the 39 for Hayes High. Got to get some first downs. There's still 4:15 to go in this game. Feels like an eternity. Hayden Brown, wide receiver left. Brother Hunter will look at the official in the backfield in the secondary until he starts counting. Brown will not go under center. Now he does. I formation. Turn and hand off Markley. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Nothing. I mean nothing on that one. Trey Loftus, the inside linebacker, blitzing the middle. It's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, just a pure blitz play there in the Hayes High Indian offensive line, not picking up and not queuing off it, and just a beeline by the linebacker in there to the backfield. Not a chance even for that play to develop.
So now 3rd and 11. Hayes High up 24-21 after an interception by Dylan Schmidberger. Hayes High scored on their last 2 possessions. Wide receiver left, split in the backfield. Brown on 3rd down wants to throw, dump pass to Shane Behrens, gets through 2 tacklers and stretches. Does he get to the first down? Shane Behrens got hit.
They're going to call him short of the first down.
And I mean, you got to imagine that the Indians will ask for a measurement. It's close. It's close, and I think Hayes High, honestly, it's a pretty solid spot. It's a gain of 10. Behrens got hit up high by 2 different defenders, and he rocked them both backwards.
And Scott City burns the last timeout of the game that they have with 2:59 left on a 4th and 1.
So, well, we're going to get a measurement, apparently.
Oh, I thought, okay.
And it looks like it's a foot and a half short.
Yeah, it looks short.
Of the first down.
But
you got to make sure. I mean, 24-21, 2:59 to go in the game. Stretch the chains.
Okay.
It's a football and a half. The ball is short of midfield at the 46.
Okay.
Does Hayes High gut up here and try to get a half a yard in order to keep the clock moving? Scott City only trails by 3, 24-21.
You've got Trey Van Pelt up there, the 244-pound junior. Opportunity for him to control the game. And he's done a good job all night long against Daniel Nolasco, number 77, the 285-pound junior.
Here we go.
I like his chances.
Brown comes under center, hurries up to the line. Do they just try to draw him off sides? Indians do have a timeout left. Hard snap count by Brown. Long snap count by Brown, and the Indians will use their timeout.
And it was a measurement there, so Scott City still has 1 timeout left with 2:38 on the clock.
Hayes High will have 1 timeout remaining after, no, that is their 3rd timeout, my mistake. So Hayes High on 4th down and 1, try to draw Scott City, not even 1, try to draw Scott City off sides, couldn't get it to happen. Indian football brought to you by High Plains Roofing, Commerce Bank, High Plains Farm Credit, Classic Quality Body Shop, Roof Masters, Hertz Rent-A-Car, and Steel Fabrications.
Tell you what, the way Shane Behrens grabbed that ball and the defenders bounced off him, maybe you put him in a fullback position and just let him go.
Go full refrigerator Perry on this thing.
Yeah.
Indians have the ball and the lead, 24-21. They trailed 21-10. Scott City had the ball, but a Chance Brungar interception led to a Hunter Brown to Colin Kreitzer 29-yard touchdown pass on 4th down. Then a fumble by Scott City led to a 4th down touchdown pass from Brown to Behrens, and now a Schmidberger interception. Hayes High looks to be punting the football from their own 46. Behrens, a good night tonight. This is his 4th punt. Van Pelt snap, a good one. Behrens has time, gets it away, gets a bounce, Hayes High bounce to the 10. It's a return to the 15, to the 20. Aguilera slips, gets hit, and gets taken down at the 20.
Okay.
It's a 44-yard punt by the Hayes High Indians, Shane Behrens. Behrens actually got ran into by Daniel Nolasco. it was like the meeting of the worlds, 285 and 220, and they both kind of ran into each other and just looked at one another.
So Coach Rath taking a look at his defense that's forced 3 consecutive turnovers, going, let's punt this ball. Let's put Scott City back deep in their own territory at the 19.5-yard line. 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Well, if you go for it at your own 46 and don't get it, oof. So Scott City with the ball, Hayes High with the lead. 2:25 to go in the game. The ball on the 20-yard line. Here's the play. Bo Hess rolls out to his right. Pump fake. He's going to throw deep. It is intercepted. It is taken away by Keaton Markley. Markley up the right sideline. He's going to be taken down inside the 20. A third interception by the Hayes High defense. Keaton Markley's first career interception. Hayes High has forced 4 consecutive turnovers.
And Bo Hess, we talked about it before the game. We looked at his stats last year and has a propensity to throw the interception. Hayes High Indian defense taking advantage of that tonight with yet another interception.
I say that was Keaton Markley. I got the 1 and the 7 mixed up earlier as well. Hayes High has the ball.
2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Scott City has 1 timeout left. Hayes High Indian has the ball on the Scott City 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hayes High with the 3-point lead, 2:11 as Kurt said to go in the game. Indians in the red zone. They are 3 for 3 in the red zone tonight. Brown under center, turns, hands off. Markley, who's having to fill a big role tonight, gets about a yard. Remember, Scott City has 1 timeout remaining in this game.
Hunter Brown getting up a little bit slow. Really, doesn't have the mobility that he had there earlier after banging up the knee. Still in a little bit of pain, but leading this offense. And fortunately, at this point, with now 1:47 left, Hayes High Indian offense not in much of a hurry to run this 2nd down 9-yard play.
The interception was returned to the 18. Here comes Brown under center, waits for the official to start counting. He does. It's a keeper by Brown. The quarterback left side gets a big block, cuts back, goes down. Ooh. Bent back on that knee that took a beating earlier, taken down at the 20. It's a loss of 3, but held on to the football.
It's going to be 3rd and 11. Lost a couple yards on that play, but it's taken the clock down to now 1 minute and 12 seconds.
3rd down and 12. Indians have not converted on a 3rd down tonight, but in the second half, but 2 for 2 in the second half on 4th downs, both resulting in a touchdown. The official in the secondary not counting it. Indians have time to get to the line. 3rd down and about 12. Hunter Brown under center, takes the snap, hands off to Schmidberger on the counter, gets to the line of scrimmage and nothing.
And now
Scott City sent the house and will call their timeout.
Now with 43 seconds left and now 4th down and about 11, Scott City takes their final timeout of the game.
We talked so much about early in the game, and Kurt, in the coin toss, you said Hayes High wins the first battle of the night, winning the coin toss. Hess has had to throw into the wind, and that has resulted in 2 of his 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, but, the wind had nothing to do with the last interception. That was all Tyrese Hill wrapping him up into the wind, with the wind, sideways to the wind. Tyrese Hill forces that interception.
Hayes High gutting this one out. They went up 10-0, fell down 21-10, and Scott City had the ball, but the Beavers have turned it over 4 consecutive possessions after going touchdowns on 3 consecutive. Then interception, fumble, interception, interception. Hayes High turned that into 14 consecutive points. They had a punt on their previous one. Hayes High taking all the time they can out of that Scott City timeout. Hayes High has the ball at the Scott City 20. Indians without a timeout. 4th down and 12. Hayes High has to go for it. You wonder how hard they'll go for it here with the lead. Markley lines up in the offset eye as the eye back. Brown under center, play action, rolls to his right, looks over the middle. It is caught by Behrens. He lunges for the end zone.
And there's your game.
Touchdown! Hayes High Indians again on 4th down. Hayes High scores. They're 5 for 5, 4 for 4 on 4th downs tonight, including 3 touchdowns. They are 5 for 5 tonight.
To the
on 4th
6'4", 221-pound senior Shane Behrens, again showing his height. We talked about how similar these teams were size, but at 6'4", Shane Behrens really showing his height tonight against the Scott City defensive secondary.
Hunter Brown is 10 for 10 throwing tonight. The kick is up. The kick is good. Hayes High holds a 31-21 lead. And there is just 35 seconds to go. We're going to have a lot to talk about, Kurt David, but the guts of the Hayes High Indians tonight.
Because I will tell you what, it's a 4-quarter game, and the Hayes High Indians didn't show up in the third quarter. They came out as flat as could be in the third quarter, and really, it looked like they're going to win this game playing 3/4 of a game.
Hayes High converting on the turnovers by Scott City. That is the big key in tonight's ball game. 4 turnovers by the Beavers, 3 touchdowns. 2
clearly forced, one on an interception by Tyrese Hill, the other with 2 defensive linemen in the backfield. Again, one of those Tyrese Hill forcing a bad exchange between the quarterback and the running back.
If you think back to the Hayes High Indians' final game last year against McPherson, they scored twice on 4th downs in that game with Hunter Brown at the quarterback. He's done it 3 times tonight on touchdown passes, 1 to Colin Kreitzer on a beautiful bobbling catch in the end zone, and 2 to Shane Behrens. Logan Clark will tee it up with these 35 seconds left to go. That's a line drive kick, trying to keep it away from Aguilera. Touched at the 20. Aguilera takes it on the touch. He gets up to the 30, gets through a defender at the 35 to the 40. Hayes High just simply needed to make a tackle, and now you don't give up anything deep and let anything crazy happen. And the Indians have a player down. That's Colin Kreitzer, very slow to get up, and Aguilera down. He's grabbing towards his legs, maybe more cramps between these two teams.
I'm not sure that
it is.
It is a cramp.
Hayes High is 27 seconds away from picking up a victory tonight in Scott City.
Their first victory in 5 games. It's time to get the Hayes High Indians back into the win column.
Hayes High 2 wins a year ago, picking up victories over Liberal and Wichita South. And for nostalgia's sake, Wichita South is up at halftime on Wichita North 36-0. Wichita South, we've seen it been building over the years. And having a good game tonight. I said for nostalgia's sake. Injury on the field, it's Aguilera, Kevin Aguilera, the cornerback and wingback for Scott City. He is down with cramps, as we've seen about 10 players. In fact, now the Indians have one of their players down with cramps as well.
Boy, on what was really an exciting night here in Scott City, the crowd now truly quieted down and concerned about Aguilera down on the field.
Hayes High's next action on the road again. They go to Great Bend. 2 straight road games to start the season. Indians on the road for 3 of 4 games to start the year. At Scott City, at Great Bend, home against Liberal, then at Garden City. Hayes High, or Scott City, they go on the road to a very good Holcomb team next week. Host Cimarron at Hugoton. Their district this year, Colby, Goodland, Concordia, it's a 4A Division II district. They were a 3A team just a year ago. Those teams like Hayes High between 4A Division I and 5A, and Scott City between 4A Division II and 3A really jump back and forth because of enrollments, and a lot of times it has very little to do with what Hayes High and Scott City have to do with their enrollment and what some of the other Metro City schools do. Kevin Aguilera down on the ground, injury timeout after cramps. Indians up 31-21, forcing 4 consecutive Scott City turnovers, scoring on 3 of them, all on 4th down passes from Hunter Brown, 1 to Colin Kreitzer, 1 and 2 to Shane Behrens.
Hayes High Indians need to stay in this game. 27 seconds left. Keep the momentum in this game. Walk off a win. They'll need to go in the locker room. There'll be an excited drive home, but right now they face an opponent in Great Bend next week, up 57-13 against, I guess, the F1 variety tornado of Coffeyville.
The Golden Tornado.
I'm not even sure it's an F1 tonight for the Golden Tornado.
Yes, Great Bend's going to have a very good team. This Western Athletic Conference going to be good. Going to be very, very competitive. So Scott City with the football. Hayes High trying to make sure nothing crazy happens. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Scott City's turned it over on 3 consecutive possessions. Hess, screen pass to the near side. It is caught. It is taken by Hayes. Hayes gets to the Hayes High 45-yard line. Schmidberger had a bead on Hayes and then got pushed in the back.
Yeah, pushed. Apparently not blocked in the back because that would have been a penalty, but apparently pushing in the back with 18 seconds left in the game is okay.
That is the first completion of the second half for Bo Hess, and there's the second one is getting out of bounds, is going to be Faroe that time.
Okay, so 11.3 seconds left. First down. Scott City has the ball now on the Hayes High Indian 32-yard line, down by 10 points.
8 for 20 tonight for Bo Hess. A touchdown and 3 INTs. The clock stopped with 11 seconds as getting out of bounds was Faroe. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Hess in the shotgun. Hayes his protector. Hess drops back to pass. Incomplete. Faroe fell down on the route.
Yeah, Faroe just fell down on his own. No, not heavy pressure by the Hayes High Indian defense. Faroe just tripping on the pattern there.
Hayes High is going to figure out a way to win this ball game in Scott City because there was no momentum at their back at the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter, it's been Hayes High's. Hess under center this time after the incomplete pass. Rolls left, throws. It is caught. Caught over there by Jarrett Juergens. Juergens makes a couple guys miss and then gets flung down to the turf at the 5-yard line, and that will be the ball game. The Hayes High Indians come to Scott City and pick up a victory as they go away with a 31-21 victory. Hayes High scored the first 10 points of the game. Scott City thundered back with 21 in a row. Hayes High then answered with 21 of their own. Kurt David, certainly some things to work on, but it's much better to work on it after a win than after a loss.
Well, it certainly is, and this is a big win for the Hayes High Indian program. Again, we've talked about it tonight, but they end last season with 4 consecutive losses. They bring in a lot of new players into new positions, fought through some injuries tonight, and they beat a very proud and very historically successful program here in Scott City Beavers. This is truly something to be proud of, and it's going to be seen across the state that Hayes High Indians starting the year off with a win. That's a big note for this team.
Hayes High with the victory, 31-21 for ECTV and Harrison. And Kurt David, I'm Dustin Armbruster. Hayes High 1-0, their next action on the road to start Western Athletic Conference play on Friday against Great Bend.